Heroes. I'm gonna tweet that we're live. Talking.
How can you can't just press auto battle?
My guys are so good, it's fine. Oh, no, maybe they're not. Damn it.
What's up now?
It's fine. Didn't waste anything. Not a single resource.
You can just jump back in?
You can jump back in. Not a problem.
Is it like a one-on-one thing?
Once every half an hour you can succeed on it, so they'll get there eventually.
Oh, so if you... How come everything's dying in one hit?
That's the meta right now. Why
Really?
have defense
There's
when
no
you just
hit
have
points?
infinite offense?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because you spent enough money to make everything die in one hit?
No.
You can tell us, Bryce.
I haven't spent money since
You can tell
November
us.
last year. Woo! Going strong. Got my chip.
Your spend date is coming up.
Yeah.
Grab a backup beer. You got a backup beer?
Oh, he could tempt me.
Yeah, we need a backup beer.
Sure, I don't know if there's any more cold Bud Lights, though.
Pew pew pew.
Oh, shit. You can get an Xbox One S on layaway?
Yeah,
It's actually like I could totally see myself doing that
Yeah.
at a time in my life before I got full time at CTV.
it's pretty genius.
Yeah, and I think because they said it's only a pilot program, and I think they're doing it to see if they can launch the new one with it.
These are all
I'll be key. I'll give Brando the bud.
Oh, God bless you. I don't know if I could taste the difference.
Yeah. I'm
No, I could.
I'm just going to get drunk tonight, so.
Very refined palate.
I was going to get drunk yesterday for the stream, and then it didn't happen. I don't know why.
Like you
worked
tried
today?
and it just didn't go.
No, I tried. I worked.
Yeah. Maybe, was that why it didn't go?
No, I had to get drunk today because of Parsons fucking divorcing his wife, he can't come over for hockey anymore. So now we have to fucking go to his house.
Boo.
So I have to drive for like 30 minutes every Wednesday there and back, so I couldn't drink.
You can't leave the kids, or
Well, because whenever he's not off work, he has the kids, and they're still like under 10.
Do you have
really?
more D&D?
Yeah.
Can we get
Damn it.
more D&D books?
Do we need more?
I think
We
might
need
a
we
couple
need two more.
I think we need 2 more D&D books.
All right,
yeah.
so we'll use the 3 monster manuals. Oh, let's almost forgot that again.
learn this time.
We do have the mic stand just for everyone at home. We do have a taller mic stand for him. We just apparently this is easier.
We need our materials. What if we need to fact check?
That's a very good
monster
point.
in the manual.
That's a very good point. What if we need to know? Those aren't 5th ed, I don't think.
No, those are 3.5.
These are
monster manual stats.
Oh, fourth.
Are these? Oh, these are 4.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I got the monster manuals and the dungeon masters.
How many
Nice.
editions are there? 5 editions? There's 6
Uh,
editions.
Well, plus or minus the
Yeah.
0.5s.
Ah, yes. No, I meant like what edition are we on? I guess.
5.
Yeah.
And that'll be it forever. Never going to go higher.
You think?
That's not true. What? Why wouldn't they release a 6th eventually?
They
Because
like
it's
money.
perfect right now.
I was just
But
gonna say
they like
hate
money.
Yeah, but they're printing like 4 books every 3 months. There's 2 more coming out next month.
Yeah, but they're not really printing. They're printing adventures. They're not really printing.
There's still a little bit
standalone
of content.
books. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd probably make it bad again just so they can make more money on making it good again.
Like, I mean, when
Oh,
did it
that's
come
good.
out? Like 2013, and there's only been
I guess that's
2
fair. They started
supplemental
real
books,
slow
3
dumping
supplemental
books.
books.
Yeah. Because they looked at all the old editions and there's a million books. So
Yeah.
try to keep it slim. But now that's making so much money and everyone's on board. Keep printing that.
Can I hear little Kevin? Can I hear little Kevin now that we got the books sold?
get a little Kevin, little of this, little of that.
Life.
I'm a little bit of Kevin.
I'm a little bit of D&D.
Got enough?
I don't know what that song is.
Something about
Country
I think
rock and roll?
The
Country
next,
and rock and
ne-
roll, yeah.
next part's probably about troops or something.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
it actually might be.
Yeah, I love America. America! Fuck yeah.
I don't not love America.
Bolting on a lot of different song parts.
It's true. I was really just getting in the
yeah.
I was caught up in the nationalism, the
I
patriotism.
don't hate America.
I don't not love America at all.
I was actually thinking
Pretty
about this
alright.
yesterday because I accidentally miscountryed Tomo.
Miss Country. Oh,
Yeah.
you assumed his location.
I assumed his location. I thought he
wow.
was from Brazil, so I'm like, hey man, you should watch Ultimate Beastmaster because they have a Brazilian team on there. And he's like, I'm not from Brazil. I'm like, fuck. So I was thinking about it afterwards, and I'm like, I wonder if calling an Argentinian a Brazilian is like calling a Canadian an American. Because I don't know, have you guys ever been called an American?
I have.
Greatest
I
defense.
mean-
yeah, no,
have.
I've been called an American. Every time I've been offended. So
Huh. I don't like. I think just whenever I'm in America, I assume people think I'm American.
Yeah.
Because I'm a white male in
yeah,
America.
I guess.
Incognito. It's right. If
Yeah.
you're not in Canada and you're a white male who speaks English in the world, you're American.
But it's bullshit. Like, I can be ignorant without being an American.
That's true.
So
That's true. It
It's-
says so on the back of our flag.
That's right. I've seen you do it.
It feels like someone getting your name wrong. Someone calls me Zinc. It's like American. It's like it's Canadian. Please,
trying.
please.
Yeah,
There's some damn ignorant Canadians that I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep, me too. People everywhere, it turns out.
Yeah.
People everywhere.
Goddamn Fort Mac.
Yeah.
Worst.
Gosh, don't even start me with oil.
north
Town.
of the
Don't
south.
even start me with oil. The south of the north.
That's the one.
Yeah.
are you know a lot of people from Fort Mac?
No. I could though.
I'm fine
And I
going
bet
on.
they'd be assholes.
I'll go on the record and say Fort Mac sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Urals is nice.
Why don't you just burn down in another fire, huh?
Oh,
That's too soon.
yeah, maybe that's probably
That's too soon for an incident in which no one died.
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds passed away
Yeah.
a couple
I
days
heard
ago.
about that
We
yesterday.
should
Yeah.
have. We should have lined them up.
We should have lined. Oh, we should have. Yes,
Yeah.
it took. Well, what? But
And a little mustache like you used to do when you were a kid.
yeah, we
Yeah.
should have lined up some
The
birds.
kid who
I didn't-
drank.
We were
I didn't
talking
even
about
think
it
about
at
that.
work, and everyone was like, yeah, I bet you there's a whole lot of like 60 to 70-year-old ladies who are really disappointed about that news.
Oh yeah, my mom's crushed. My mom loves Bird.
He's great.
I didn't know if he was Smokey or the Bandit.
He was Smokey.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was the Bandit a car or another person?
The bandit was a person.
No.
Is Smokey the cops? I thought Smokey was the cops. We got
No.
Smokey on our tail. We gotta go.
It's Smokey
Isn't the
and
bandit?
the Bandit. They're both obviously good guys.
Yeah. I just know that Smokey and the Bandit are both people
They're both
because in one of the Kevin Smith movies, they made a joke about being at a Halloween party and two people were really drunk and they were having sex on a pool table, and it was the first time that somebody saw Smokey fuck the Bandit.
Oh shit! I would have been really confused if I thought that the Bandit was the car.
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking of Knight Rider.
Yeah, Knight Rider is definitely the car.
I don't think anyone ever has sex with Kit the car in Knight Rider.
At least not in the
Shame.
canon versions of the show.
It's a sexy sounding
Because I can
vehicle.
guarantee you there's some fanfic out there that has...
Oh yeah, big veiny exhaust cock coming on.
Vascular.
Fucking
Herbie and
Pikachu.
Kit just getting it on.
Yeah.
All right, I believe we are ready.
You
The
sound
podcast
good?
may start at any moment now.
Ooh.
And a little
Any
sight,
moment.
do a little sight gag for the people at home.
Yeah, we should do. Brando's going to do something. Whoa.
I don't understand what just happened.
Well played. That was a treat for everybody watching the video. Welcome to the 241st edition of the Talking Reckless podcast. It's the 10th day of September 2018. My name's Matt Eads. Kevin Byers here as well.
Hey, Matt, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I am equally well.
How's getting drunk going for you?
Well, I'm only three in.
Here on a mission.
So we'll see how it goes by the end of the show.
We get some goals we're going to set by halfway.
Yeah.
We need to be so far. And
I have my own stream goals. By the first break, I want to be 6 deep.
okay.
You can't see it, but there's a giant thermometer in the corner that we're like shading in with pencil crayon
Yeah.
as he
You
drinks.
stack a beer can on it.
Yeah.
It fills up the thermometer. Bryce Zinnick, how's
Gotta
your
create the staff.
quest to destroy sobriety going?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Half the coffee down. Gonna have 4 done by halftime.
So
So
caffeinated.
caffeinated. Shaking.
Your goal is that you want to
Seeing
have
colors.
have to pee 3 times by the break.
Oh yeah. It's gonna feel so good, especially when you hold it in.
Oh, that's dangerous for your health. Brandon Lynch is here
Yes.
as well.
Yes, I don't like urinary tract infections.
No, they're bad.
I do dream one day to live close enough to Kevin that I can just get shit-faced at these things.
Stumble home.
House
day.
2 doors
One
down is
day.
for sale. You and Warren can go halfers.
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
we can thirdsies? I got a basement?
Yeah.
you
Oh, we
wanna-
can just move this whole
jump
thing.
in?
Oh, okay.
Kevin, you want in?
It's a buyer's market right now.
Listen, I bet we could put 2 beds really close in that upstairs room. Welcome, hey, everybody. This is the 20th day of full-time streaming over on TalkingReckless.com/live. Would love to have you. Come hang out with us. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes I get really fucking mad.
Yeah, what are we getting mad at? Anything recently?
It's hard to nail down specifics.
Sure.
You know,
Was it just today that you were mad, or was it like
No,
building
today
up?
I was good. I was pretty good
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
Is it people? Is it video
No,
games?
it's almost always video games.
Is it the
yeah.
neighbors? Is it,
Sometimes it is legit
is it
the
the
smell.
four-way stop?
The smell.
Sometimes it is legit the smell in the apartment, and it is everything I can do to not just rip those headphones off my head and start screaming.
See, that's why you're thinking it smells musty in here, is because there's no curry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
this
onions.
is what fresh air smells like.
This isn't home.
I can deal with cooked curry. I can deal with the smell of the finished curry product. It's all the smells along the way to this. It's like, I can smell the garlic. They're chopping garlic. Okay. Yep, there's the onions. Onions are definitely in now. And it's just everything along the way.
You're
And
not a fan of garlic and onions?
I like eating them. I like smelling them if I'm cooking them. I don't like coming home and being like, it smells like a goddamn onion farm in here.
Yeah, I'm kind of anti-onion smell,
Yeah.
but I like the smell of garlic.
White people love onion and butter.
Wait, what?
What? Just
Onion
Just
and
that?
butter?
You just melt it right over top of the whole thing.
Ukrainians, yeah, just start putting that in a pan. Just people coming to your
Oh,
door,
okay,
like,
fried-
what are you cooking?
just
Something good?
just fried onions.
Fried onions, yeah.
Not like a slice of raw onion, spread butter on top.
No, disgusting.
Okay, all right.
Gotta cook it up a bit.
Yeah, fry up a nice onion. I don't know. It's been great. It's been a great week. Great week of streaming.
Good.
What y'all been up to? Video games? Otherwise?
I saw to catch you up from the last time we saw each other. I went and saw Mission Impossible 6. Yeah, and
It's
I
got to be more than 6.
no, it's 6.
Is it?
I almost called it 5, and I was like, no, that's not right. It's definitely 6, and I hope I'm not exaggerating by saying it is the best action movie I've seen in the last decade.
Wow. In the last
Hold on.
decade?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
You would put it above Fast and the Furious 7.
Oh yeah, it's better than any Fast and Furious movie I've ever seen, and I
Wow.
love me some Fast and Furious. This was fucking ridiculous in the best way humanly possible. If you're the kind of person who likes Fast and Furious action movies, I shouldn't say it's the best action movie ever, because there are actually better movies made that are classified as action. It is the most action movie ever made.
Wow.
And
bang
as
for your
someone who gets his bang for his buck from the amount of action, not necessarily the well writtenness of the plot,
You left a
in
rich
a
man.
decade. In a decade. Yeah, it was incredible. I had a big shit-eating grin. I saw it in the IMAX. Best seat in the house. I went on to the thing where it like selects the best seat for you out of all the seats available, and no one had selected a seat. So then I was like, even for future reference, I know H14 is the best seat in the house.
You mathematically, there was literally zero other people in the theater.
No, there ended up being. But when I ordered my ticket,
No seats chosen, though.
no seats chosen.
You had mathematically the best seat
the
possible.
best seat
Wow.
in the house. The
How many-
most recommendable seat.
How many rows?
Well, it's H, so it felt like I was on eye level with like about 2/3 up of the screen.
See, because that's exactly where it is. Because you're supposed
Yeah.
the mathematical best place to watch a movie in the theater is 2/3 of the way up
Yeah.
in the direct center.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many people know this, but all the speakers are actually pointed directly to that spot. Because when critics watch movies, that's where they seat the critics.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's fucking dope.
So if you sit on the left hand, you're actually getting a little more left
Yeah.
channel.
I told you guys, I think in the chat with the people who were doing the podcast with me that day, I talked about the guy, I can never remember his name, but the guy who plays Superman.
Henry Cavill.
Yes.
Witcher Geralt.
Yes, we're going to talk more about him. In this, he is so perfectly cast in this movie as like all the people who said, God, I hate Superman. He's he's fucking tough, but he's such a little bitch. It's like they're like, let's go find a tough little bitch for this movie, and they found him. So I can't recommend it enough. 5 stars out of 5.
Wow.
10 stars out of 10.
This year's first 5 out of 5 movie review from Brandon Lynch.
that's right.
Uh-oh.
That's right. That's right.
There's a little visual gag for the folks at home.
That's the. It was a look. Oh, that's pretty close.
Yeah, we'll carry on as
I like that we just kind of set it back up there like it won't ever happen
no
again.
problem.
It's
As
not gonna
our
happen.
cameras taped to the top of tripods fall
Oh,
over.
it's going down again.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so that's the most exciting thing I did, and then that just made me want to go watch them all again.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not going to because
Stay strong. Stay strong, brother.
Because there's video games out, and I
There
feel like
are.
this is the first podcast we've done since all the video games came out.
There, yes, here we are. This is day 5 AVG after video games.
Yes.
They're coming fast and furious.
Madden is 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess like day 25
Sure.
or whatever. But yep, games are out. Spider-Man's out.
Spider-Man's out.
Spider-Man's out.
Is there more things out than Spider-Man?
Shadow of
It's
the Tomb
coming
Raider
out.
is
Tomb
out
Raider's coming out.
tomorrow in podcast time.
So just Spider-Man is essentially what you're saying.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's the only
just
game.
Spider-Man.
The only
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And then October is a whole can of worms, and November and light December, I
December?
think. Pretty
Yeah.
light December.
Smash.
Smash. Yeah.
Big one.
Yeah,
Keep it there.
they're coming, man. What have you been playing?
Spider-Man.
Just kid?
Yes.
Okay.
Ask me anything. I've played probably 3.5 hours.
How many civilians have you finger gunned?
A lot.
What does that mean? What do
so
you?
you go in any video game
Mm-hmm.
where you interact with the crowds on the streets. The first thing you do as a superhero is go up and try and just slug them and see,
Oh, yeah.
can I fucking send this guy through the window? And if you go up and punch or press punch around a civilian, he gives you like double finger guns
Oh,
or
yeah.
goes up for a high five or
Do the civilians ever high five back?
no, I don't think so.
Oh.
But
Who would
some,
shut
like,
down
"Oh."
Spider-Man?
Right?
It's,
Well,
it's
if-
a lot of like, oh, hey, Spidey. Like when you go for the high five and you're like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted a high five. But
Yeah, I'm playing it too. I've only done the first mission, the like tutorial mission kind of thing. And when I was learning how to do the web slinging around the city, like to travel,
yeah.
I fell and hit the ground one time.
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as I hit the ground, everyone around me was like starting to freak out, like, "Oh my god, it's Spider-Man!"
It is really cool. Like interact. There's a Twitter feed where like as you're doing missions, like it'll be just a side mission where you like stop a bank.
Just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave. Just leave it. I'm not even going to turn it off.
Just leave it like that.
Just leave.
There's like a Twitter feed, and it's like access to Spider-Man's actual Twitter. He has his profile up there, and everything has like 50 million
What's his
followers.
handle, if I could ask?
NYC
Yeah.
Spidey or
Okay,
something.
okay.
It's nothing super funny.
Okay.
And he, whenever you like stop a bank robbery or something, you'll just see like tweets pop up where it's like, I've been in Manhattan for 3 days and I saw Spider-Man and stuff like that.
That's
And
all right.
sorry, it'll say like, and I saw Spider-Man stopping a bank robbery or something. Like it plays up to whatever you're doing at the time. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I just saw Spider-Man taking out the Kingpin on Fifth Avenue or whatever. And it's really neat. I think it is I've done enough story missions where it's starting to kind of lay out the map and all the different kind of side stuff you can do. And it looks like very much a video game open world where it's a lot of like, here's your fighting missions, here's your agility missions, here's your this, and they're all over the map. But it doesn't seem super big as an open world, which is okay for me based on the amount of stuff they're putting in there, because it seems like the kind of thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to spend like 50 hours like in between story missions just trying to knock off everything that's popping up.
Yeah.
But it seems like I went around and got 5 collectibles in the first little borough of New York, and that was all 5 of them. And I was like, okay, that's not bad. It looks like there's like 10 boroughs of New York, so there's like 50 of these, and it didn't take me very long to get, because you get around that place fast when you're swinging.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, like, does it seem small, or are you just really
I think
good
you're
at getting
I think you're
around?
really fast
Yeah.
at getting around, which is nice. I think it's the kind of game where I will never. You're above it so much that I will never know my way around that open world. It is very
yeah.
much like
You go as the crow flies.
yeah, exactly. So it's like you put on your radar, select the waypoint you want to go to. You see it pop up, and you just start wall running and jumping buildings, and it's super fun zipping around New York.
Is it? You know, everyone like wanted
It's
the
good
Amazing
swinging.
Spider-Man 2.
It's good swinging.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's better because
I would hope.
it's like they did it right with better technology.
Yeah.
Again, it's a cool dynamic camera that like it follows you around and goes like when you're going up, it goes underneath you so it can like see you like kicking up into the sky, and then you'll just do like massive jumps off your. There's a trick system that you can unlock that gives you like 2 XP every time you do a trick, but it's just like you like jump off and do like 8 flips, and it's like Spidey roll, Spidey roll along the side with like 2 XP. I was like, this is dope. What else? The combat is very obviously Arkham. The whole game is kind of Arkham inspired. Yeah. Arkham City and Night especially, where it's not.
It's a big open world.
It's big open world.
Yeah.
And the combat is obviously very inspired by Arkham, and it seems like there is any button combination will do something once you get everything unlocked. Because, like I was telling you guys before, there are times where I'll be fighting and I'll be doing really, really good, and I'll be like, "Oh, this is fun." I don't even know. Oh, we got a fucking beer down here.
That's the second one today. What the fuck?
How many times?
What the fuck? I'll be right back.
It's just everywhere.
Podcast without me.
We've never been taught.
What do we do now?
I think we just keep filling with the knobs and.
Yeah, just turn me up.
Where's the button?
Can you turn my voice up so I can be the leader?
Don't touch that button.
It gets to the point where you get so many things unlocked where it's like you're just sometimes forgetting what does what, and you'll just push a combination of buttons and it'll do something super cool.
Yeah, no, I've found that same thing, and obviously I haven't unlocked any of the other perks or talents or whatever the hell they call it.
Right.
But it does feel unbelievably satisfying, and I've never played any of the Batman games, so this combat is kind of fresh for me.
Yeah.
But it is unbelievably satisfying to be beating up a couple guys on one side of the little area where you're in combat, and then use your webs to immediately launch yourself across the map to attack the guys on the other side.
And I think that's probably the biggest difference between this combat and the Batman combat is Batman, it felt like everyone was kind of coming to you slowly but surely. And in Spider-Man, it feels like you're flying around going to each person. Like it gives you a lot of moves to close the gap.
Yeah, like especially doing like air combos and dodging in the air and then shooting your web out when you're in the air and doing stuff like that. It's
super fun.
Oh yeah.
And you get to the point where you're not like, and I'm sure it gets harder, but they give you the enemies. You have the basic enemies, and like Batman, they eventually give you a shield enemy where it's like, oh, you can't attack them from the front. And melee enemies have their things that you have to do with them, and you get good at handling them to the point where it's like, oh, I'm not even getting hit. I'm doing these crazy 50-point combos, and it feels great because it feels like the movies where it's like, oh yeah, he just goes in there 1 on 19 and zips around, and then everyone's webbed up or unconscious, and he just walks away.
Is it giving you? Sorry, you might have answered this already. Is it giving you like the like press counterattack right now?
Yes, okay. Yeah. So it's a Spidey sense that. You just hit circle whenever it pops up and you'll do a little dodge. You can upgrade it so that it'll like turn white, but then it turns blue at an even tighter window. And if you hit that, you'll dodge. And while you're dodging, you'll shoot just a little bit of web at his face so that he can't see you anymore. So he kind of like flails around and is, I'm having a lot of fun. There's some weird stuff in that game. There's like Peter Parker stuff you have to do. Where you're like, Kevin, you're going to get like
I'm going to love the shit out of that.
You're going to get the very first stuff like almost immediately when you go play a game.
I want to go fucking back to high school and go to science class.
It's these fucking weird like almost mini games of him like in the lab like working on stuff to like upgrade equipment and everything. And it's like there's like this God, this is going to be tough to explain, but you know those like spectrum puzzles where it's like here's this thing with like segments cut out of it. And then here's all these like segments and you have to like match them up. And if there's like a thick line in the bar, then it means you have to put 2 things together. It's very tough to explain. And then there's one that's a little more like Pipe Dream.
Sewer, like going through the pipe, sewer shark,
the
right?
BioShock mini game, sort of, because it's like that, but it's also you're like having to go through these voltage gates to get the voltage to whatever they want the voltage. So it's like, oh, I need to go through this +2 voltage gate to get up to +4, which is where I need to be at the end of the puzzle. So it's like weird stuff where I'm like, why? Like as soon as they gave me control of Peter Parker, I was like, I didn't think I was going to play Peter Parker without the suit on for a second in this game. And now not only am I playing him, but there's like this whole list of puzzles that you can do.
That's cool. That's it is. I love the like the very brief part of Arkham Knight where you play Bruce Wayne and not Batman is super fucking dope because like I'm not Batman for a change. This is rad.
And it seems like Peter Parker is doing... I think they had to because the story is going to be very much about Peter Parker as well as Spider-Man, so they had to let you spend some time with him.
You got to climb across the roof, and a drop of blood has to fall, and one of the villains has to see it, and that's how he knows you're Spider-Man.
Well, one of the first things that happens when you're going towards the very first mission in the game is you get a cell phone call from your boss at the old Daily Bugle.
Yep.
And
Is it?
I'm sure it's J. Jonah Jameson.
Are you talking about the phone call or the podcast?
The phone call.
Okay.
And he's like, "You're supposed to be at work right now," and then he's like, "Yeah, I better finish this up quick and get into my job."
So that's your boss at the lab who...
Oh, that's the lab.
Yeah,
Okay.
This isn't a spoiler. Well, unless you count some that happens in the first 5 minutes of the game as spoiler. But that's Dr. Otto Octavius, who you're working with. So that's the other kind of thing, is it's kind of dropped you in a Spider-Verse that I am unfamiliar with in terms of what everyone's doing.
He's clearly been Spider-Man for a while, but who knows?
Like J. Jonah Jameson has a podcast. And
good.
it's like a conspiracy podcast where like Spider-Man is the root of all the problems. And he's just like, while you're swinging, he'll be like, "Oh, let's see what JJ's up to." And it'll be just him like flying off the handle about
Spider-Man.
Yeah. It's very good.
Is it how close to J.K. Simmons is it?
It is very well.
That's what I'm looking for.
It is not J.K. Simmons, but it is a good J. Jonah Jameson voice.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun. Podcasting, huh?
Yeah,
Who knew? Who knew? The future.
There's a button, I think, after you listen to the second one where it says you can unsubscribe from his podcast at any point. What else? Is there anything? Oh, the suit mechanic is really neat. There's a lot of different suits that you can wear. You unlock them with tokens that you get from doing side missions. And whenever you unlock a suit, and they're all very different looking, it comes with a power, like basically a special, like a super.
Yeah.
Can we like stop doing the show so I can go play?
Yeah, I really want to play it too. But once you unlock that super, it'll let you take that super and stick it on any suit. So it's like, I don't want to wear that stupid looking thing, but it's got the best ability. It's like, now you have the ability from this suit. You can put it on the suit you're wearing now if you want.
Now we're speaking my language.
Some good, smart design decisions, but also like the most negative thing I could say about that game is there's parts of it that are like such a video game where it's like you hit your towers, you fill out your map, here's all your shit, go do as much shit as you want. Story missions are the yellow exclamation marks, and then here's all the little side stuff you can do. But it's gonna live and die. Like some of the missions are very simple in design. It's like this is a bank robbery. There's a bunch of bank robberies. There's a bunch of carjackings that you have to stop, and it will live and die by how much are you enjoying just doing Spider-Man shit. Because if you're not, then just go through the main story and get more abilities and see the story. I've heard the story is very good. But if you are like I am, like just having fun, like you could almost just send enemies at me for an hour and I'd have fun fighting them. Yeah, exactly. So can't recommend it enough. Sucks.
Can't recommend it.
Yeah. Maybe take a pass on this one. Go see Mission Impossible 6. Right.
Spend your dollars where they matter.
Yep.
That's good to hear that video games everyone thought this was going to be great, and it sounds like it is.
Yes.
Awesome. Let's keep it going.
Yes.
Red Dead is in just a few weeks. Oh, we're close. I have a theory about Red Dead.
Okay.
Which I admittedly I don't know where I stole it from. I believe it was another video game podcast, probably.
Mm-hmm.
You know how if you've been following the marketing and all, they've been kind of showing characters and stuff, and it's been known for a long time that you play this character Arthur Morgan, who has never been seen. He's kind of this like unheard of member of the gang. Do you think they might be doing a Metal Gear 2 on us? And you probably really play as John Marston. Young John Marston, and
I don't know what the benefit to that would be.
Because when it comes out and everyone goes, "Oh, we're fucking John Marston," I like the lineage.
Maybe, yeah.
Like with Metal Gear, it made totally no sense because it's like, "Oh, you play Snake, fuck it." Oh,
yeah. No, I still to this day think that was debatably a mistake.
How dare you, sir? Metal Gear and Mistake do not fit in the same. Wouldn't it be good? Wouldn't it be good?
It would be good in the vein that I was saying the last time we did a show. I hope that John Marsden has his day in the sun in that game, where you are cheering for him more than you're cheering for the player you're playing as. Where I can just sit back and be like, "Fucking yeah, John Marsden's gonna fucking kill you" or whatever.
I don't think there's an Arthur Morgan. I think Arthur Morgan might be a.
What if you're Arthur Morgan for like an hour and a half?
Oh, that'd be good too.
Yeah.
Start the game. John Marston kills Arthur Morgan.
Yeah.
That's how John gets in the gang.
Yeah.
I'm really starting to look forward to Red Dead as well.
Don't do something to yourself that's going to make you not like the game.
No. It's fun to throw the long bet out there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're right. Shoot for the stars.
Yeah.
What else you been playing?
Destiny 2.
Oh, I've heard of that video game.
Came out with an expansion. The big expansion. The Forsaken.
The Taken King of Destiny 2.
Yes. So it is Destiny comes out. They do 2 smaller things. And then they come out with the big expansion, which is like their 2.5. Do 2 smaller things again, probably. And then on to Destiny 3. So I have only played a few hours of it.
Okay.
The story has intrigued me in a way that maybe no story in Destiny 1 or 2 has.
Cade 6 is dead.
Yes. It opens up with someone who you don't know. It's if you played the Reef in Destiny 1, that purple area, it was one of the DLCs. There's a queen there. It's her either brother or lover. I have not figured
brother,
out.
I think.
Is it
I think she's a brother and sister. Yeah.
Yes. He kills Cade 6 on a mission that you're on with Cade 6.
That's Nathan Fillion. It used to be Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Isn't anymore.
Can't afford him.
It's Nathan
too
Drake
big.
now. Or Nolan North.
Yeah. And the whole thing seems to be just this revenge quest. So
Good.
People getting fired up to go. The hashtag going around on Twitter is for Cade. If you punch that in, a little Cade face appears beside it. Stupid. Good. But so in a land of stories that I don't care about really in Destiny, and not why I ever played Destiny, this one is something that at least I can kind of hang my hat on and be like, oh yeah, I'd like to. As a fellow exo hunter class, which Cade was, I feel it is my responsibility to avenge him.
I think Destiny 2 is free on PS Plus this month.
It is.
Yep.
I got it. I
Not
don't know what I'll do with it.
Yeah, it doesn't include the expansion though. It's one of those like they hope you get it for free and love it and then buy their expansion, I'm sure.
In terms of the expansion, it seems like they made some things way more complicated and some things way simpler.
How many new ultimates are there?
There's 3 per character.
Holy, that's lots.
One for each like
Spec.
damage type.
Yeah.
Like there's 3 classes: Titan, Hunter, and Warlock. Each of those 3 has an Arc class, which is lightning, Solar class, which is fire, and the Void class, which is a purple shit. Yeah.
Shadow.
Yeah. And they have added to each of those 9 overall classes 1 extra
Wow.
kind of subclass. Yeah, not a subclass, another variant.
Yeah. Are they all new abilities at least? Like, does every class get a new cool thing?
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do? Okay.
Every class gets a new cool thing to do. I'm going right now for something that I think lets me turn invisible and go backstab a bunch of people.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems
That
pretty
sounds
neat.
all right.
Yeah. So yes, I'm very excited. That's actually probably what I'm going to do right when I get home because I got to do that mission. Destiny always gets into me in a way where it's just like, there's fucking something important for me to do. Always. Something I'm always thinking like, I should probably do this to keep up with everybody.
Get
and
that number a little
get
higher.
that number a little bit higher. We're coming in low too. Me and Warren and Andy are coming in under the previous cap.
Yeah.
So we're like,
That doesn't matter though at this point.
They fucking throw guns at you so fast where you're like, what the fuck? Okay, now we're caught up. Like,
Yeah, that shouldn't like the ramp to getting past that stuff should be almost instant. Otherwise, it's like, well, I guess I got to go play the last expansion first. And
it was something to see the exotics that I leaned on the whole time. Just instantly, like, I get like a blue fucking handgun that has better damage than my gold exotic, and I'm like, well, I don't need this anymore. This cool like automatic rifle with a skull on it that breathes green fire. Just put that in my vault so I can use this little
Shitty
pistol that's
blue,
double
yeah.
as good.
have you tried in the new? What is the Gambit mode? I
Gambit-
hear everybody talking about it.
Gambit is very cool.
Okay.
So you and you're a team of 4.
Mm-hmm.
There's another team of 4. You're on separate maps, playing at the same time. You're fighting it's PvE.
Yeah. Okay.
You're fighting regular enemies. They decide what race you're going to be fighting at the very beginning. You're fighting enemies. As you're fighting enemies, they're dropping these things that you collect, and then you're taking it back to a bank.
Okay.
And whenever you bank like high numbers of this stuff that you're collecting, it is sending powerful enemies
Oh shit.
at the other map. and it's spawning them at their bank. So
You're playing Puyo Puyo Tetris, but in fucking
exactly
Destiny.
So you're doing all this, sending like fighting your own enemies, sending people. You're also working to a cap of that stuff that you're storing, and as soon as you reach that cap, which is 75, it's essentially 75 enemies killed. But if you die, you lose all your stuff that you have on you. So you want to bank it as often as you feel comfortable, but you also send harder enemies the more that you bank at once.
I'm with you. It gets riskier, but bigger sends.
Exactly. So once you bank all that, then it spawns on your map a really hard enemy that you have to defeat. And once you defeat that enemy, if you do it before their team does, then you win. The other thing that they kind of throw in, the other wrinkle, is every now and then a portal will open, and you can send one person through the portal, and he'll spawn on the other person's map.
To like shoot the
So
other players?
you can shoot the other players while they're trying to deal with their enemies. And what makes, so obviously leading up to the end, that's good because it just takes them out. They have to cool down and come back in. It's not a long cooldown to get back in, but they drop all their stuff that they had collected if they haven't banked it yet. But if they're fighting the enemy and you do it, whenever you go in and kill someone when they're fighting their last boss guy, the boss will get health back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're healing, as you kill them, you're healing the boss.
To try and incentivize you. Otherwise, you would be like, as soon as the boss got here,
everybody
like,
back.
no one go
Let's do it,
through.
yeah.
Let's just everyone fight the boss.
That
It's
sounds
really neat.
dope.
It's really neat. It is. We had a lot of fun. We lost and I don't know if this is, I don't think there's any rubber banding or anything, but we lost every round we played. We played, I think, 4. We played 2 games. It's a best of 3.
Mm-hmm.
We played 2 games, got swept 2-0 both times, but they were we're like, oh, we got him. Oh, it was so close every time. So it was a blast.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it is. As someone who does not dislike the PvP stuff as much as a lot of people, this is significantly better in my opinion.
Yeah. It's very similar to like World of Warcraft is doing a lot of weird stuff right now with it. It's PvEVP similarly where it's like we're both on an island and we're both fighting over a resource and we can kind of fuck with one another if we want, but we don't have to. And that stuff is really interesting.
I should get back in, Matt.
I don't for $40, probably $40, right? Big one.
Yeah, it might have been.
I think I've learned my lesson. I learned my lesson with Destiny 2.
The Taken King was the best part of Destiny 1.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. It is what made that game. It in some terrible, untrue way justified your original purchase of the game.
That's the thought that just went through my head. It was like, well, it'll make Destiny 2 all worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not enough time. Not enough hours in the week.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a I can't even say it's a lot of fun as a PvE experience yet because we haven't played very much.
Yeah.
But that Gambit thing is really cool.
That's very neat.
Yeah.
Is there do you know if there's any new raids or anything?
Yeah, there's a new raid coming in. It was like 10 days after launch.
Yeah, they usually give a little bit of time to gear up.
Get up to the level, but I don't imagine we'll be doing that real quick because we only play when we all get together and we don't play often enough to ever be close to that raid level when the raid launches. So it'll be like
a few weeks, whatever.
Yeah.
I was talking about Destiny earlier in the week, and I know I'm not going to buy the expansion because if someone was like, hey, Destiny 2, should I get it? That's a game that's free on PSN. What do you think? And the only way I could sum up my Destiny experience was like, what do I remember about it? Well, we did the raid, and we played with kids, and I yelled at the kids, and I think threw my controller and turned the Xbox off. So no, maybe don't. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe don't.
It is like so it's fire teams of 3 like regular Destiny for almost everything you do, which is totally fine because I always have 2 other people with me.
Yeah.
But once you get to that 6 level where you need 6 people to do some of this stuff, then it's nice when you're around because then it's like whatever, we outnumber them anyway. Whoever it is, even if it's 2 annoying people, 4 of us can make fun of them. So
yeah, it's a lot easier to find 2 or 1 person than it is.
And like I said, my very favorite person that I ever met on Xbox, who I maintain a friendship with to this day, met in Destiny.
God bless him. Have you ever talked to him since day you played Destiny?
It's time to get back in. Oh no, not like since the day we played Destiny, tons of times after.
Oh,
that.
Okay.
But
I thought he was the white whale. I thought he was the one that got away.
No. We invited him like every time we were doing something that needed an extra guy in Destiny. He was our first go-to.
He's a beaut.
He's a really good guy.
Bless him.
Yeah.
Carrie, if
Best,
you're out there.
Yeah.
Thank
Shout out, best
Thank you
Carrie.
very much.
Yeah.
What else?
This is more Dead Souls.
Yeah, Dead Cells.
Sorry.
Don't
Dark
never
Cells.
apologize
Yeah.
for loving Demon
Same
Souls.
thing.
Cells. No, Demon
Yeah.
Souls is just the PS3 game. I fucked the joke up even.
Blood Cells. Yeah, I've slowed down a lot on it in a way where it's like not just because other stuff's coming out.
Yeah.
In a way where it's like I'm actively not getting better right now. I'm not playing enough to get better. So
It's I don't want to talk too much about it because we've talked the last few weeks a lot,
Yes.
but it's a little shorter. It only goes 3 bosses deep. It turns out.
isn't it isn't it 4 bosses? I thought it was 4.
Concierge, Timekeeper, Hand of the King,
Oh, I thought it was like 3, and
Or-
then there was
or-
one right after.
or whatever. Like there are other bosses apparently. I for the first time found a different boss, but I think he's only 3 deep.
I finally found the stupid teleporting coffin ruin.
Yeah,
And-
no.
Yeah, so did I. I was actually pretty proud of myself for that.
And I went to the red place that's pretty early in the
Ossuary.
game.
Yeah, that place sucks.
Yeah, that
Oh,
place
that place
does
sucks.
suck.
And it leads to the forgotten. You're playing, right, Bryce?
Yeah.
The forgotten sepulcher, the forbidden sepulcher, something sepulcher, where the
one with
poison,
darkness,
the
yeah.
poison map.
That
Fuck
was-
that.
That's the worst.
Oh
But
my
that's
god.
like that's where all the ruins are. That's where they have to be.
No, I'm only missing one, and I think I have to beat the Hand of the King to get the last one. Maybe.
Which one are you missing?
It must be a wall jump. No, it must be
Spider?
a wall jump or
Yeah.
climb or something. Yeah.
I think it's down the path I'm heading down.
I solved
It's a terrible
the puzzle of the clock tower. Has anyone figured out the bells in the clock tower?
I saw it. It's so much work. I don't want to even try.
It's not that. If you know what to do, it's not that bad.
Really? There's so many bells.
There's only 4 bells.
There's only 4 bells.
4 bells. Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like a good 16 you had to go through.
There
and go,
are 4
have to
bells.
listen to the tune.
And they have to be rung in a certain order. That's all I'm going to say. I encourage you to figure out for yourself because if you can, and I did, it is the most. It took me like 4 or 5 hours, and I was going to shoot myself. But when you get it, is it good? And you'll know right away. You'll know right away because I had a thing where like, well, did I solve? Like, did the door over here open? And I don't know if I solved it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to ring these bells. And then I'm going to circle the entire map and see if anything changed. And I'm going to ring these bells, and I'm going to circle the entire map. And it took a long time, but I solved it. You'll know right away.
Nice.
And it's like a witness level of just like, I am the smartest man alive. It's great. It's very great.
That's I think it. I guess we both played a little bit of Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I played all of Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I only played like up to the end of the Soviet installation because I spent so much time dicking around there, and I was only playing it to kill time until Spider-Man came out. So.
Have you played through it before?
Nah, I didn't ever finish it, but I've gotten a lot farther than I was here.
Excuse me. It's very worth seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not super long either. Like that main story, I mainlined it in like 9 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty short if you
I'm
stick
never
to the
gonna
path.
play that.
You're not gonna play the new one? They're good.
No, I'm gonna
What?
play the new one. I'm not gonna finish the second one.
No,
No, I don't think so. When am I gonna do? When am I gonna want to do that?
that's very true. Before you buy the new one, obviously. I don't know. Don't you ever worry? It's the dark middle chapter, and like,
I'll fucking YouTube it.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There's a post credit scene which I must tie into the next game directly because it makes no sense.
The story in those games is not anything
There's
special. Like I'm not saying it's bad, but
there's
like,
a thread in
yeah.
this new arc.
it's like a Uncharted story.
Yeah. Well, it's a little more than Uncharted in this
You think
case.
so?
Yeah, definitely. They
Yeah.
leave stuff open. They leave stuff in such a state of like, find out next game.
Oh, shit. That's all I played.
Yeah. Bryce, what have you been up to?
Dead Cells.
Yay!
I heard you guys talk.
Let's talk about Dead Cells. Why isn't it?
Game of the year.
All it says on this sheet is
It's fine.
Dead Cells is fine, not Game of the Year.
Oh, the way you were hyping it up, I thought it was going to be
No!
the bee's knees.
Listen. All right, I want to clear the air right now. I never said it was going to be Game of the Year.
I
I said
heard several times.
I said it's going to be in the talks for Game of the Year.
the talks.
And then one Warren the Diesel Bears came in and said, and I quote, if it's Game of the Year, I quit the show. And that's what started this whole thing. That's
Okay.
what started this whole thing.
it all makes sense now.
If it's not Game of the Year, the show's over.
Damn. That's pretty good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good. The more you play, the better it gets.
Yeah. For your control scheme, did you put attack and use on the same button?
No.
Do
what?
that.
Because I'm not a... Why? I like kicking
Because like
indoors.
every other game in existence, you can attack and use are on the same button.
Use
So when you use something, you'll use it. If you're supposed to be attacking, you'll just keep attacking.
like open
Like
a
open
door?
a door, yeah.
When would I ever want to open a door?
Never. Roll through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would I ever...
You just always pick up stuff. You don't have to hit the other button. It's
Oh.
so much more efficient.
That's not
not efficient.
efficient
It's
at all.
efficient.
That's
Yes, it
less
is.
efficient. That's losing
What?
efficiency to save on convenience.
What?
Because what if I go to use an item sometime, but it reads it as a hit, or
you'll either be fighting or picking things
That's
up.
kind of a bad tip.
It's
That's
good
kind
tip.
of a bad tip.
It's so good. Saves you so much time.
Think about all the time you have to spend changing your actual control scheme.
and
true.
relearning
It's like
the muscle
3 seconds.
memory. Getting dodge on one hand and attack on the other hand is the important part, I think.
I kept it on a button attack.
Yeah, but it's
I
hard because
roll.
you gotta roll slash the roll
Yeah.
dodge is what I mean. But you have to move your thumb. Move your thumb takes time. If it's on the other hand,
Yeah.
boom, you can cancel all those
I don't know.
attacks.
I don't know why they didn't.
You can cancel all those just like
I don't know
that
why they wouldn't know that as people who made a very good tight game
because that's how
where you're
Dark
going to be
Souls-
canceling out of rolls and stuff. I don't know why they didn't think like we should fucking put these on different triggers.
because it has Dark Souls controls. That's how Dark Souls does it. So I'm sure.
So
I'm
they're all
sure-
stupid.
I thought it was meant for keyboard. That was
Yeah.
all.
Well, Dark Souls it's a little bit different because you can't cancel out of your attacks in such a way. You have the time
Yeah.
to move your thumb, and they I think just copied Dark Souls.
Fair.
I mean, they paid homage to it
Oh,
in
yes,
so
yes,
many
yes.
facets of their game that the fact that the controls are identical.
Forgot to change the controls at the end.
Yeah. And just one last thing. Have you watched anyone stream it on Twitch?
No.
There's a bunch of cool mods for it. You can actually get like the viewers in on it. So
Oh.
whenever you come up to a chest, the chest type of like boom, pow, zap, and that'll slowly chip away at the chest and open up for you.
What if I told you those weren't mods? What if I told you those were built into the game?
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I streamed it the first day it came out.
Okay.
And we did that stuff.
Nice.
It sort of sucks.
Really?
Because the stream is on average like 10 to 15 seconds behind. So you'd be like, okay. And also everything is super fucking hard because the chat is supposed to help you. Like they can
Yeah.
do those chests by themselves if they're on it.
Oh.
So they're really hard. So you're gonna be like, okay, everybody, I need you to help me with this chest.
Yep.
And I'm gonna sit here for 10 seconds while the stream catches up.
Damn.
Here we go. Like it's
Aw.
kind of impractical.
Lame.
And like, what's the other one? You can make someone a chicken that can use your health
yeah.
flask for you. They use your
Oh.
health flask. So you'd be like, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me. Oh my God, heal me. 15 seconds later.
And they all vote on which of the 3 abilities you up, and they always up the wrong one.
Yeah, no, always. It's
That's
not,
neat. Get the chat involved. I thought that
it's-
was cool.
It felt like as someone
Can't
who
trust people.
as someone who tried it, it feels like a bad gimmick of like
Aw.
stream our game.
Yeah.
Just stream the game without that stuff. That stuff's dumb.
Fair. I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
and that's fine too.
Yeah.
Like what you like.
Exactly.
Especially, I bet being on the chat end's way more fun. Being on
Oh,
the
yeah.
player end sucks ass. Being on the
for
chat
sure.
end sounds
Chat end's
awesome.
Fantastic.
I mean, if you can get your delay down, then
Yeah, we could get it lower, but even still, like I can't have someone else use the heal for me. I can't. There's no way. There's no way.
That's a split second, like last minute, you fucking see a flash of red down in the bottom corner of your eye and you pop it.
Yeah, or you're like, okay, I'm fighting a boss, so I got to throw this grenade and freeze him in place, so I got time to heal, and like it's
either that or you'll get hit once and they'll be like, "Oh, this looks like a perfect time to use your
Yep,
heal."
that's a great way to do it. Also,
So none of you have beaten the Hand of the King?
no, he's a real fucker.
Oh, okay.
He's a real fucker. Have you?
On my 3rd attempt.
Oh, okay, I've only seen him once. I've only gotten to him
Okay.
once, and he
He
mopped the
two-shot
floor
me
with
the first time.
Yep,
I was like,
me
yep,
too.
God damn it. Then I got to phase 2 the second time, then crush him the 3rd time.
Oh wow.
Yep.
I fought him for so long the first time, and maybe got him to like 80%.
Ooh.
Where I'm like, I think I need to figure my leveling up out better. I think I need to level less.
Level more.
Or level.
Take the tips. Say take your time. Go
The
slow.
leveling gets worse as you get it, but
Yeah.
we've already talked too much about
Exactly. Done with it. I've played nothing else.
it. Okay, Kevin, what have you been up to?
I've been playing Spider-Man.
Just started, right?
Yeah, just started. Picked it up today, actually. Went when I was at work today. I skipped out on my lunch break and went to Best Buy and got myself a copy and installed it, made supper, and then by the time I was finished supper, the update was done.
Oh yeah.
And then I went downstairs and played for probably maybe 30 minutes,
Yeah.
35
the
minutes,
first
somewhere in
mission,
there. Yeah, just finished the first mission, and I mean, we talked about it already. It's great.
Even watching you play it, I was like, "Oh fuck, this is fucking great."
It looks so good. It shouldn't be able to look that good on a PlayStation.
Yeah, it's unbelievably immersive. Even in the first 30 minutes that I've played, like it feels like you're Spider-Man.
Yeah, feels good. The swinging feels good. The amount of work they must have gone to every ounce of that, like geometry, and gone about like, okay, the right here is where if you're this is all wall running surface, but if you get right here, you got to do your little like web swing around the corner, and if you ever touch here, you're gonna do the little like mount and catapult off of it. Like the amount of attention to detail to all the surface of that game, so that you're always like
Well, and
parkouring appropriately across it.
And
is
one
really
thing
cool.
I noticed too is that, like, especially when I went and tried to cross over Central Park, like you can't go over Central Park because there's nothing that you can web onto.
Yeah.
You actually have to web onto the buildings.
Yeah.
Doesn't he do that exact thing in Spider-Man: Homecoming?
Yeah,
I think Central
it's
Park.
Like it's a gag in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's just like
I don't know if it's actually Central Park. It's a park.
It's a park. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's swinging and then just like gets to the park and cut to the next scene. He's just fucking booking it across the park.
But yeah, I mean, we talked about it a lot, but other than that, the only other thing I did this week is I hit level cap in World of Warcraft. Finally.
Shit.
Yeah.
Dang.
Fireworks
Level
going off.
120. I did a dungeon or two.
Wouldn't recommend it.
I did a dungeon or two after that. I think I gained like 4 or 5 gear levels. I think I'm like 287, 286, somewhere in there.
Slow.
It's low.
That's
Yeah,
low. Yep.
It's low.
Wow.
I can't do heroic
No,
dungeons
they're
yet
high.
'cause,
305.
I need 305 for that. I think I don't know what you need for the raid that came out last Tuesday.
Probably like
But like
330
320,
or something like
340,
that.
I think.
Yeah.
But when LFR comes out, I'll be nowhere near that. So
Time to retire.
I've kind of realized that I'm past the rating aspect of that game.
Did you enjoy the leveling up at least? Like, did you enjoy what you played?
Yeah,
of it?
no, like I'm still playing it.
You feel like you got your $40 plus a month or whatever? Where you just cost $65 worth.
I think it was $60 for the game. 60 plus the
monthly?
month.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, fuck me. As a man who's also hanging up his World of Warcraft shoes.
No, I mean I'm being pulled along by the same thing that pulled me along every other time I've played the game is the pet battles.
The triple triad of World of Warcraft.
That's right. So I'm trying to do all the achievements that give you the pets for getting the drops in the old raids. So I'm going through doing all the old raids. I've got all the pets from Molten Core. I've got all the pets from Blackwing Lair and AQ and Nax.
Noise.
I think I need a couple more. Or I need one more from Serpentine Cavern. I need one more from Tempest Keep, and then everything past that I need to do. So, like Black Temple.
So you've almost caught up to not even the full 3 years of the 11 years this game has been out.
Yeah, no, I'm
Call it a year and a half.
I've almost done. Well, I've done the raids already. I've almost. Yeah, like I haven't done any of the Wrath of the Lich King ones. Actually, that's not true. I did ICC one time.
Why don't you just play Pokemon?
'Cause
Pokemon's
lame.
Nah, the marathon's on. You can get into it.
No, it's a mental block for me. I was at an age when Pokemon came out. It never hit me.
It's for babies.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
Pokemon's for babies. Exactly.
You were like, I was almost too old. Well, no, I was probably the perfect
No,
age,
we're
but
right
Yeah.
there.
yeah, I you don't got to be like 10 is almost too old for Pokemon.
I don't know, like from a systems level, not at all.
No,
Like-
from like a watching and enjoying the cartoon
Sure,
level.
yeah.
Of like, especially again, not to be a broken record, but rewatching some of those episodes on Twitch, you're just like, what the fucking what?
See,
Not
it's
to be a
not
broke-
just Yu-Gi-Oh that ages poorly.
Yeah.
This is a million times better than Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's bullshit.
I have sat down. I've probably watched like 20 or 30 of the episode. That's not true because they're only on like 30. I've watched like maybe half of them just on in the background. They're fine. They're fine. Yu-Gi-Oh is actively offensive. At no point in Pokemon are they like, wow, we really trusted in the heart of Pokemon for the 97th time.
No, but it's always like, oh, Pikachu, thank you for being so awesome and saving me for the 100th time.
He's a super powerful Pikachu. He's
He's-
abnormally dope. That's why
He also loses
That's
a
what my
lot.
bumper sticker says. He does lose a lot. Yeah, we
Does his bumper sticker say abnormally dope
Abnormally
or
dope.
Pikachu is abnormally dope?
I got both.
Good.
But yeah, so I went around. The only add-ons that I have for WoW are all pet battle related.
Of course.
I went around and picked up the last time I played, which was
Mists, I think we figured out, didn't we?
no, it was the one after it.
Draenor?
Legion?
Yeah, Warlords of
Or
Draenor. We played through all of Draenor, dipped out about halfway through. Maybe I think 1 or 2 raids were out when we stopped playing.
Yep.
And then I picked up the expansion and 30 minutes later, stopped playing again.
History repeats itself.
Yeah, but
It's a good 30 minutes. Feels good.
the last time I played, there was this one pet, the unborn Valkyr, that spawned in random locations around the Northrend map, which was the Wrath of the Lich King expansion. And it didn't show up on the map, so you literally had to fly around the entire map.
And I had to hunt it out.
And to find this thing, right? So I never got it in the first time I played. But I don't know when they patched it, but they patched it sometime in between when I stopped and now. And now it actually spawns in fixed locations. It's still a really long respawn timer on them.
And can only, like, if I go and get it, now Kevin has to wait 4 hours for it to respawn?
In that specific spot, yes.
Oh, okay.
But I did manage to find one, and I got pretty excited when I found
babies.
it.
That's for babies now. It's like having the green fire. Everyone has green fire now.
Well, only warlocks have green fire.
That's true.
Yeah, Matt.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You get up. You get up to anything else?
No, that was pretty much it. We were playing some more Final Fantasy on stream on Thursday. We're getting close.
Yeah,
to
I
finishing that up.
I heard you discussing the future of something in Dangles.
Yes.
Survival game.
Yeah, I want to dip into another survival game. I don't know what, because there's really nothing good out right now.
Spider-Man surviving on the streets.
DayZ. Fallout 4.
Yeah, we'll both stream Fallout 4.
Yeah.
You'll stop streaming Fallout 4, and then I'll just start streaming Fallout 4 right after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a
When's
bad
that?
idea.
When's that Subnautica expansion come out?
It's gonna be like 2-3 years still.
Yeah, long
Fuck's
time.
sakes.
Hits early access in a few months. So
There you go. Do that one.
I'm not interested in the early access
don't
part.
blame me.
Oh, that all right.
But yeah, so
Destiny and Dangles.
we got. Oh shit!
oh shit! It's free on PSN Plus.
It fits the naming scheme too.
Oh no.
So yeah, I got to think about what's going on next. But we probably have at least 2 episodes for sure. Maybe 3 left.
DayZ.
No.
Not multiplayer. Single. So what do we for the folks at home who I'm sure are already typing out their suggestions? You're looking for something survival. You're looking for something. I'm assuming single player.
And something that is a full release game. Something that is
Not early access.
Not early access.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Send those hot suggestions into. I mean, you can send them to the show. You can send them to podcast.talkingrocks.com. Put them to subreddit. Tweet them to Dinner Dangles if you want. Drop them in our Discord. 10 million ways to get those suggestions in.
There you go.
Pop by the stream chat and yell them at me.
Send them to me on Twitter. I'll relay them.
Send them to Brando on Twitter. Who relay them. Yep. Lots of ways to get them in. I played a hot little number called... I got 2 hot little numbers. I played 2 Point Hospital, which is, from...
That is like a tycoon game.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's exactly
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Hospital Tycoon or whatever that was called.
Theme Hospital.
Theme
was the old
Hospital,
one.
that's
Yes. Similar to like...
That's stupid.
What? That was great.
No. That game was fine. The naming convention.
Oh, yes.
Where they ended up taking the theme as the carryover, even though theme park is.
It's a theme park.
There's no theme hospital.
I know. It is that game exactly like I remember. It's management, tycoon, sim, build a hospital. It's very like light and it's very punny because be like, oh well, this guy has liver cancer. Like that's pretty sad. It's like no, these guys have. I don't know what the disease is called, but they all think they're Freddie Mercury. So they all come in wearing like yellow jackets and fucking doing dances and stuff. Or like they come in with like lightheadedness where their head turns into a light bulb and you got to take them into the deluxe room. The D-Lux, Unlux, the deluxe room. And
because Lux.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because Lux.
That makes sense.
I don't get it.
Illuminate the enemy. It's a little league joke for you there. It has the most incredible background music I've ever heard in my life.
Oh shit!
Which is amazing. It is so good. It's only like 3 songs on loop, but oh my god, are they amazing? And they have like ultra British, sometimes Scottish, all over the UK and Greater Britain. I learned a lot about how you're supposed to talk about that stuff. When I say UK, what I really mean is that entire
like
all of Europe,
the islands,
all of Europe,
the British
basically.
Isles.
That's not how that works.
All of Europe and parts of Asia as well, but they have it's like complete nonsense. A lot like it's kind of listening to it's kind of like listening to Cookie Masterson almost, where he's just saying sort of like non sequiturs, complete garbage of like I was clipping my fingernails and one went in the keyboard. Sure. My favorite one is the stoner guy, or I don't know, he's like LSD burnout, who's like, how come every time but he's got a British accent, which I'm not going to do. How come every time you're clipping your fingernails, one of them always goes in the keyboard? And then he has a 5-minute rant about how maybe the keyboard is sentient and it's feeding on your nails and it's this calcium based, and like just goes in this whole thing as this beautiful background music is playing, and as you're like, oh man, I got 26 Freddie Mercurys that I got to deal with right now, and it is fantastic. It's
a good problem to have.
It's so good. It never feels like the hospital gets too big either. Like it's really easy to keep all the plates at least spinning, where it's like, oh, I'm getting a little build up over here, deal with this. So it's very low stress. It seems very hard to fail, but also like tough to design a good hospital that works well.
Sure.
So is there like I don't know how far you are, but what I've seen about it, it's all like scenarios kind of thing. So like you'll go into a level and it'll be your mission to get a hospital rating of X, and when that's done, you're done with the mission kind of thing. Is there like an open scenario where you just do a hospital and just let it play?
I think there must be, because right now I'm going through like exactly what you described, where it's like different scenarios, and like one was like, oh, we got the lightheadedness. There's usually a disease each hospital, it seems, and they've been unlocking new rooms, so they've been tutorials basically.
Yeah.
And I've been quitting out of them and going on to the next one, because it's like, oh, we'll teach you how to train your staff, and now we'll teach you how to research tech. And I'm guessing that at the end of this, I can at any point go back to these hospitals and use my newly unlocked techs to build the hospital that I was playing earlier. So I think it'll either open up and be like, here you go, here's free play mode or whatever, or it will kind of send you back and you'll basically redesign your whole hospital, because you're like, well, now I have 50 new rooms and 40 new diseases to deal with. And it does fun stuff where it compares, because it's all like specific location based, where it's like, oh, we're at like the Rapid Falls Hospital or whatever. You're like, your Rapid Falls Hospital has 82% happiness. Brandon Lynch is only a 79. He fucking sucks. Fuck. And like they show you stuff like that. And my happiness has always been lower than my friends, but my ghosts have been higher. Had more ghosts.
How many people who play 2 Point Hospital?
Apparently quite a lot, because my whole fucking Steam list is it just pulls them in. There's probably like 17 or 18 people on that leaderboard.
Nice.
It's very fun. It's so good. And I think it's like $40. It's not full price.
Oh, is that new? What?
I don't think it's full price.
Yeah, it came out. I mean, it's been out for a couple months, but it's still relatively new.
So it's out. I don't know if it was an early access or what, but it just came out. I'm gonna say maybe the week before last week or the week before.
Oh shit!
Careful, that might blow up.
That's not a key.
You seem fine. And then on Wednesday, Weird Game Wednesdays, we do it every week. We played The Matrix: Path of Neo, which is maybe one of the greatest games ever made, still to this day.
I feel that you can't put it on Weird Game Wednesdays if it also goes on the GOAT
list. Oh, it's so fucking weird. Holy
Me and Lauren
shit.
were actually talking about like what qualified something to be on the Weird Game Wednesday, because we were like, no, you couldn't do this game. It's too good. And it's like, well, is bad a prerequisite? And then it's like, well, is it just that it's bad, or is it just that it's old? Does it have to be old and bad? Does it only have to be bad or old?
It doesn't have to. It just has to be weird.
Yeah.
It just got to be weird. It can be good. It can be new. It can be old. It can just be any game. Listen, it's just it sounds good with Wednesday behind it. But don't tell anyone. And it's a great excuse to be like, when people are like, well, why are you playing this FMV Star Trek game from 95?
Yeah.
You're like, well, it's Weird Game Wednesday, motherfucker.
Yeah. When the real answer is, I do this every day if you'd all let me.
Yeah. We're playing nothing but Star Trek Borg end to end. Anyways, we play Path of Neo. It's amazing. Goes through kind of all 3 movies. Follows Neo. They got Lawrence Fishburne to do Morpheus voice, which is real fun.
Big get.
Couldn't get Keanu?
No Keanu. Jennifer Hale does Trinity. It's just Morpheus, I think, is what we looked up. That's the game which I've talked about before. At the very end of that game, you play through the movie, basically. You play the end of the game, you do the Smith fight, and it's kind of time for Neo to I don't remember how that movie ends. I believe he sacrifices himself in some capacity for the greater good. I can't really remember, but anyways, it's not a giant mech fight. And so you play here. You play through the movie, and then it's kind of pulling out, and you're like, oh, that's fun. Yeah, great. I played through the movies. I'm Neo or whatever. And it's like pulling out to the credits, and then it cuts to white, and it opens in the white room, which is like the classic chair, completely white vista. You're in the Matrix. and the Wachowskis, who are the directors. Then the Wachowski brothers, Larry and Andy, I believe. Now the Wachowski sisters. I don't know their names now.
One's Lana.
And probably an A, maybe.
Anne, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that a guess or?
That's a flat guess.
Anyways, they show up so they're like they look like Gunman Clive. You know Gunman Clive from the Smash Brothers trophy?
Yes.
They show up like that and they're like, hey, we're the Wachowskis, we made this game. The movie end sucks for a video game, here's why, and they like go into like how it's a Jesus figure and he has to self-sacrifice, but then of course blah blah blah, and they go into it. And they're like, well, we thought it'd be really fun if all the Agent Smiths stood on top of one another, made a giant Agent Smith mech. So that's what we did. Here you go. And then cut back to the game plan. All the Agent Smiths fucking stack up and make a big-ass mech.
It looks fucking awful, but like wonderful at the same time.
It's a bad boss fight.
Yeah.
It's a bad boss fight. But the idea.
And they cared. They cared enough to know. They're like, this is just not the right ending for a player-controlled character.
So you beat and you should still go watch this. I'm going to spoil the ending, but go watch the VOD. You beat the final mech, and then it's doing the movie thing where, if you remember, there's a part where this kid is like, the war is over, and he's yelling it to everyone, and it's replaying that scene just straight out of the movie. He's like, the war is over, and then We Are the Champions by Queen starts playing, and the credits roll.
Nice.
It's so fucking perfect. It's so
Pretty good.
It is undoubtedly one of the weirdest games.
Maybe
ever
the
made.
greatest game of all time.
It's so fantastic. It kind of holds up. There's some parts of it where it's like, yeah, okay, video games in 2005, they sort of sucked, but man, my only gripe with it, you remember in the first movie, the first time they ever kill an agent, they're on the roof, and they're like, no one can kill an agent, or whatever, and Neo's doing the crazy dodge thing for the first time. Trinity puts a gun against his head and says, dodge this.
Yep.
The chapter in the game is called Dodge This. You fly the helicopter. You're doing the part. He's doing the Matrix thing. Trinity puts the gun to his head and says, we don't have time for this. Pulls the trigger.
Oh, why would you change that?
I have no idea. Why would you put the text dodge this on the fucking screen at the start of the chapter if you don't have the words dodge this in the game?
That seems like either this is actually the worst game of all time, or someone made a funny.
It could be.
Like,
it could be. I have no idea.
Like they just thought they know the line. They didn't know the line. Let's just do something fucking
we don't
different.
have time for this.
Yeah. Continue.
And that's me.
There you go.
I think that's all. Yeah, that is. And of course, Fallout 4 continues. We play a lot of shit. Weird Game Wednesday next week is PsyOps, the Mind Gate Conspiracy.
Nice.
Ooh.
Any players? Anyone ever play PsyOps?
No.
What is
I don't
that?
play weird games.
Original Xbox. This would be 2006 Midway game. Man with superpowers. All right, great. Well, tune in on Wednesday. I remember it being
Bad.
weird.
Appropriate day for it.
Yeah. Anybody else got anything they want to bring up? Any games or living or feeling? Okay. Well, let's go for a quick break. We'll be back. We'll do the news. See you here, other side of this musical break.
Woo!
Woo! Hi, Punk Freud.
Oh my god, my butt always hurts. I should walk around.
Have you started watching Ultimate Beastmaster Season 3 yet?
No, but I'm going to.
Punk.
It's one of my favorite shows to go to bed to.
Kevin Punk Freud says, I'm here to say that calling an Argentinian a Brazilian is exactly like calling a Canadian American.
That's what I figured.
And vice versa.
Fuck. I'm gonna have to apologize to Tomo next time I see him.
He's one of my best regs.
He's probably never gonna come back now.
Oh, you fucker. Now you're costing me money. What was this? 2 exploding beers. What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
That one sat for like half an hour almost, probably 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That
should be more than enough
doesn't
time.
mean anything.
What?
It's when you pick it up and go. Don't load your beer like a shotgun.
I should get 5 minutes in me, right? I should just get 5 minutes.
Just go swing around the city for
Just
a second.
swing around.
Mission, yeah.
Just check out what that talent was that I can unlock. See what the talent tree looks like.
I pre-ordered that game and instantly regretted it. I don't know why.
I was thinking about pre-ordering it and then I looked at the stuff you get. It's like, oh, you get an extra suit.
Yeah, you get 3 extra seats, none of which I'm using.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're cool, but I always, and this is dumb. This is the wrong way to do this, and I know. So thank you, chat. But I get the pre-order stuff because it shows me this list of shit, and I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of fun. Let me get the pre-order and get all this shit, and then I don't use it in the game because I want to like play the game as it was made.
Yes, because
without
you're like,
cheating.
oh, it's too easy with the pre-order stuff. I just won't use it.
They give you 5 skill points right off the bat. And I was like thinking about like, oh, should I just not use my 5 skill points and then maybe use them right at the very end for New Game Plus? And then eventually, like after I got my 3rd level up, I was like, I'm just gonna use all these. There's a lot of dope shit in here I want to upgrade.
Whoa, there's a New Game Plus?
I assume there is or is going to be, but I don't know that for sure.
Spoilers.
I hope there is.
I hope there's not.
I hope there are maybes.
Because if there is, I'm not going to be able to play it.
Oh, fuck. That's a good point. Are you a New Game Plus right after you beat the game kind of guy? Or are you a New Game Plus like the next time you go to play the game kind of guy?
If I'm going to do a New Game Plus, I'm going to do it right away.
Or the opposite. I'm always like the next time I want to play Spider-Man, I go back and I'm like, oh, let's do the New Game Plus. I've already beat this once.
Yeah, no, I'm very much...
Then it's hard.
I'm either
and I
gonna
don't
put it
remember
down,
how to play.
I'm either going to put it down forever or I'm going to...
Go right into it?
Go right into it. Like, the only reason I did New Game Plus in Horizon was because I did it right after I did the expansion.
Right. Did it get added late, or you just
It
didn't
did,
do it?
it did get added late.
What else? I don't know New Game Plus. Oh, God of War. New Game Plus just got launched recently, didn't it?
Yeah.
On the 20th. Yeah.
August 20th, yeah.
If I had time, I'd be there.
Yeah.
I
Colin's
wanna-
playing
I-
too much WoW.
I want to replay
God
it
of War.
also.
I will, like I was telling Kevin, there's like 2 ways to kind of do the New Game Plus thing. 2 different kinds of people. There are the people that play New Game Plus right when they're done. And like, oh yeah, I fucking love this game. Let's play New Game Plus.
I need more.
And then there's the people who like, the next time they want to play the game,
That's when they
that's when they're like, oh, I'm going to go play New Game Plus instead
good
of
thinking.
starting over.
come
So
Game
I-
of the Year refresh time.
Exactly. Or come God of War Reboot 2 or whatever it's called is coming out. I'd like to play it again.
Then get God of War 5
Right.
or whatever.
Had I beat Tomb Raider the first time. Did Tomb Raider have a New Game Plus?
I don't think so.
But that's the kind of thing. Like where I went back and played Doom. I went back and played Tomb Raider. If they had New Game Pluses, that's what I would be playing.
Dark Souls has New Game Plus. Infinite New Game Pluses.
I don't want to play any of
Yes,
those
you
games.
do!
The only reason I'm playing this
Yes,
whatever it
you
is
do.
DS game. Wait.
DC.
DC game is because it's a fucking side scroller, which I love.
Yeah, just the one extra.
That's what got me.
One too many Ds. I
Yeah,
know how you
one too
feel.
many
I know how you
dimensions.
feel. It's
Yeah.
hard to take all the Ds, right?
It's 2 Ds.
2 Ds I can
have
handle.
one hole for 1D.
3D. You're only a 1D.
Yeah.
You can only take 1D. Wow.
Yeah,
We
just
okay.
a dot. It's a fucking
yeah.
dot on the screen.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Dimensions.
Dimensions. Yeah.
Oh.
I can handle X, Y, Z. I like 3D games quite a bit.
I just like X.
Yeah,
It's my favorite.
Just X.
Yeah.
I'm just a time man. Not a just cookie clicker. You ever played Universe? You don't like clickers, do you?
Yeah, I like clickers fun.
Have you played-
I always have a clicker on my phone.
You ever played Universal Paperclips? It's very good.
No.
It's I think it might just be called Paperclips. It's very
Like
good.
Business Simulator.
No.
No?
It's a
Okay.
it's a it's a
No,
little
it's
clicker.
a clicker,
It's a
but
little
is the
browser-based
theme
clicker.
of the clicker a business?
No, there
You're
are
running a
no.
business?
There's no. I don't know if there's any like picture
Thinking about ones
graphics.
that starts with lemonade stand.
I think it might just be text. I don't know if there are any like pictures to it. But it's very good. It's like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Like it's a thing you finish.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's very, very
That's
good.
not a clicker for me.
It's definitely a clicker. It's definitely a thing where it's
That's
like
not a clicker for me.
I need an hour.
Yeah. Clicker for me is a clicker that never stops.
An endless clicker. Oh, it's a whole different genre.
Yes, it's a different genre.
Eggs Inc. is very good
You
too.
play Donut County?
Not yet. No, I'm going too soon.
It's pretty good use of 3 hours.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
it's exceptional.
Yeah.
I
I
heard
wouldn't go that far.
no.
Like it's
Okay.
it's
Okay. It's all right.
it's a very good version of what it is trying to be. It hits its nail right on the head, but it, like I was playing it being like, fuck, I wish this was like harder or longer or like these mechanics got to be somewhere where I was like, I wonder if I can solve that puzzle today. But it's never I wonder if I can solve that puzzle today. It is, oh yeah, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it? Have you played Katamari Damacy at all?
Yes.
Do you ever suck? Does the hole suck up the like? Does
No,
it go
the hole-
infinite like
the hole-
Katamari does?
The hole keeps resetting level to level.
Oh,
Whereas Katamari, the next level you are the same size as the previous level, just everything else got.
and then by the end of that game, you are literally sucking like universes.
Yeah, but no, it gets bigger and bigger in the level.
Yeah, and then reset to
resets to the next. Yeah.
I'll play
Not
it.
to discourage you.
I'll play it.
Get it on the
eventually.
phone.
I might, but like, when am I ever? Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I think
don't
it's the same game on the phone and PlayStation, and it is significantly cheaper on the phone.
Well, I'd probably get it on PC if I was gonna get it anywhere.
What is it on PC?
What is it on PC?
Yeah, like cost wise.
Oh, I don't know. If it's more than, I'll get it where it's cheapest.
It's
let's say
cheapest on your phone.
Okay,
for sure.
For $3,
Yeah.
done.
Boom.
You
I
know
think
what
it's like 6, but
all right, maybe
it's the most I've ever played for a cell phone game.
Sorry, I gotta
Really?
get another beer.
Oh, that's all right. I should have asked when I was up there. That's shitty of me.
It's bad. You're a bad
That's
person.
my bad. I'm a bad person. I was honestly focused on making sure it didn't fucking explode.
Got your priorities in mind.
Oh my god! I opened 2 beers down here and they both blew up. I'm
I just want to go just play my Destiny mission. I want to go get my super. I'm gonna play some Spider-Man tonight.
3 beers. I have a weird, like, I need to. It's even hard to describe. Video games used to be the thing I did was like, oh, work's done. Okay, video games, let's fucking go.
Now video games is work.
Yeah, now it's like, oh, okay, work's done. I guess I'm gonna sit on the balcony and like read a book. I need something to do that isn't video games. That isn't sitting there watching TV.
Books are good.
Yeah, books are good. I read a lot
Get
of
into
books.
comic books.
I read a lot of books now. I've never been able to read comic books. I don't know. I never.
I just love fucking looking at comic books.
Yeah, I like scan through the picture, read the word, flip the page, and then I usually have to be like, oh wait, I really didn't. I gotta go back. What did I even look at? I gotta go. I don't know. It's like the old. There's the written word. You know, we learn a little something. Maybe.
What are you reading?
I started reading a series called The Black Prism. Maybe it's high fantasy. It turns out. I thought it was kind of low fantasy, and I got into it. It is high 420XX fantasy.
High out on the porch.
Oh,
Fantasy.
is it ever high?
Yeah.
It's about people who can. I don't even know what they call it. But use light apparently. Like, I'm a red light man.
Oh.
I'm a blue light man.
Oh.
It seems very good actually. I'm really enjoying it so far. Don't know the author. Don't even know the name of the book or the series. I think it's called The Black Prism. Maybe.
That would make sense with light.
Yeah, I think the prism is like the Pope. Prism's the Pope. He can use all 7 colors, and I think maybe the Black Prism might be
The Black Pope.
Might be an evil Pope. Yeah,
Oh,
or possibly a prism of black skin color. But I don't.
Right.
They don't talk about skin color in this book.
No,
So
they don't see color in Prism.
maybe they. Oh shit! No, they might actually. They might not because everyone can bend different colors of light.
Yeah.
Right. So
Everybody just looks blue.
yeah,
Green.
I think maybe.
Did I tell you about? Well, I did tell you. I don't think I told you guys because I sent it. I actually sent it to the wrong chat. I meant to send it to the general in Talking Reckless. It was. I want the shoes, the Dragon Ball Z shoes from Adidas. Have you seen those?
I don't know what that means.
Shoes.
they're
You wear them on your feet.
Yeah, you know, footwear.
I got shoes.
Dragon
I got that
Ball
part.
Z.
Dragon Ball
I got
Z.
Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z and I got Adidas, but you put all 3 of them together.
Yeah,
Now I'm
no,
confused.
I thought-
it is. So take what your brain is struggling to formulate as a picture.
Okay.
That is what that is.
What are they? Is there a character on them? Who's on them?
So it is a whole line of shoes. They're releasing 2 a month till like the end of the year.
Oh fuck!
Which one's those?
Oh, there they are. There.
I want the.
Maju Bao?
Oh, I don't want those. No, I want the Majin Buu.
No,
Don't want the
what is the name of the character, Bryce?
I don't know.
Majin Buu.
Majin Buu.
Majuba.
Those look dumb.
Yeah, don't get the don't. I mean, if
Like
you want to get the Majin Buu shoes, get the Majin Buu shoes. They're not.
He's a punk. That's Fat Boo, right?
Yeah,
That's Big Boo.
It's Fat Buu shoes.
It's the worst Boo.
But it's not Fat Boo's shoes. They're
It's
not like
shoes with a picture of Fat Boo on
right.
them.
It is thematically.
Oh, what if they were those like yellow ones that curled
I'd
at the
be
end?
more likely to get those ones than the fucking Mujaba shoes.
There's also Goku and Frieza.
So Goku and Frieza are the first 2 coming out. Let me see those.
It's pretty hot.
So
Yeah,
those fucking.
these-
I want those.
Oh,
Gokus.
look at those fucking Goku
I'd
ones.
wear
Go for
those
some
Gokus.
Goku.
Those
Wear
aren't bad at
Gokus.
all. Yeah.
They have his training sigil on the back.
Super Saiyan Goku ones. I see the yellow on the tongue there.
There's also a Vegeta that comes out a few months after. That's
Mondo,
really good.
cool.
It's very similar in style, but it's like the Saiyan armor colors, blue and yellow and white.
Oh yeah.
And then there was I think the Cell ones were really cool. They were like
Ooh.
more of a different design, like a little like longer pointer.
I'm into them. When you put that,
Fucking get that. They're $150. It's like it's the kind of thing that like as soon as I saw it, one part of my brain was like, "Oh, good, they're expensive. That's a good reason not to get them." And then the other part of my brain was immediately like, "Fuck, I'm gonna spend $150 on these."
they look fine. Like
Yeah.
when you first of all when you put it in the chat, I thought Dragon Ball Z Fighters got autocorrected to Dragon Ball Z Adidas. I was like, I don't. What do I want to? I already own Dragon Ball Z Fighters. What?
I want those fucking shoes.
Those
I
look
should.
good.
I'm gonna show you the whole line of shoes. real
Those look
quick here.
totally. Those, I was expecting literally a pair of shoes with a picture of Dragon Ball Z characters on the side, being like, well, I don't think. Nope, not for me. But these are just shoes with those colors.
Or just the shoes they wear in the show, which is just mostly just foot
Curly.
wraps. Yeah.
Curly. Yeah.
So
if they're-
are these the type of shoes that you don't wear, but you carry them on like a plaque?
It's the kind of shoes you
be
only
like-
wear when you're sitting on the couch with your feet up.
Yeah.
And then take them off immediately.
Check
before
out
you get
these
up.
shoes.
Yeah.
Or like,
Look
you
at
know,
these
when
shoes.
when Wiz Khalifa comes over, you're like, shit, I got to put something on my feet.
I saw this one.
I mean, these are also pretty dope.
Those are those. Oh, those are different. That's a whole different
No,
line.
yeah. Once
Those
you
are the
get
slippers.
once you get the picture. Oh, although the half the fusion dance on each
Exactly.
foot, I'm kind of
That's
into.
good.
I can't spend it.
We'll find a way. Maybe
It's
I'll
Kickstarter.
maybe Christmas presents for the next 5 years for me. I'll get you some pair of shoes.
Let's go fund ourselves a pair of these dumb Dragon Ball Z Adidas's. I thought people. Oh no, that's Nike, right? Nike's the one where
Colin Kaepernick stuff.
I honestly have no idea. I just know that everyone hates Nike right now,
Well,
or has for a long time. Right?
Nike
Crazy
has
people hate Nike.
Nike has
child slave labor. That's been a thing for a long time.
Yes,
Hasn't it?
but no
Yeah,
one
but-
hated Nike about that for whatever
But
reason.
the truth is, nobody
all-
really
just
cares
all
about
accepted it.
child labor.
I own 0 Nike products. I'm proud to say.
Yeah, but I bet you
well-
that shirt was built with slave labor.
No, it was not. Sir,
But
this is
I-
American apparel.
You
They
should- you
probably
should-
was.
Yeah, there you
should
go.
you should get caught up with that because now the very much like Nike has laid on the political line and
boy.
they're very on the liberal side. Like they're like it is conservatives hate Nike, liberals love Nike now.
Oh, so it's not like they did something terrible.
No.
They're
Well,
committing
no, they
genocide.
got the guy who kneels for the anthem.
Yep.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
They made him like the face of their.
Yeah, he's the new Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay. That's
He's
a lot.
getting his own shoe line. It's gonna be the Kaepernick Nike shoes.
I'm actually very happy to learn that's a lot less like acidic
no, it's
than I
not
thought
a-
it
it's
would
not a
be.
bad
Yeah, that's not
No,
bad at all.
It is a politically dividing thing, not
Perfect.
an outright
I-
bad thing.
I just saw people cutting their like the Nike logo off their socks and was like, well, I probably should
Those
just
the
put my
Gokus
phone
in the
down.
freezer.
I actually think I'm wearing
Like
Nike
those?
socks right now.
The Gokus and the freezes look dope.
freezes
I don't
look
I don't
okay.
like a white shoe because I'm usually wearing them out and they get dirty, right? But I mean,
That's the Cell. It's a totally different kind of design.
ooh, yeah,
Not a big
I'm
fan,
not.
eh?
Not
digging
wearing
the Cell?
Nike
I don't know
shoes.
if the Cell Adidas.
That's
Not,
funky.
not doing it.
Okay,
for you.
fuck, let's go.
Perfect.
You guys
Yeah.
are taking
Fucking go.
Spider-Man time away from me.
What do we-
I'll just show you these while during
This
the
is
show.
okay.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
we'll just keep rolling here.
Yeah.
Second news story. First one being hot new Adidas shoes, Dragon Ball Z. Xbox All Access. Have you guys heard about this?
Yes, I think this. Okay, let's tell the story.
You seen this? You heard about this? You heard
Tell me
about
more. Tell me more.
this? It's kind of like paying for an Xbox. It's the cell phone plans that we have now.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot like doing an Xbox on one of those, except what if instead of paying $20 billion for the phone, you kind of got an okay deal on an Xbox?
It's
How am I
so
getting screwed here?
It's
I'm still it seems like you should
suspicious-
be.
like suspiciously not.
Yes.
It's the kind of because you're right. It's like you get kind of a good deal.
Yeah.
But even if you said you get no deal, you just get fucking exact base value. The fact that you only have to pay like
Still a good deal for you.
exactly, it is still a good deal for me, the purchaser.
Yep.
Okay, so what's stopping me from signing up for this,
Mm-hmm.
canceling my credit card, and keeping the Xbox?
They would charge you. Just like if you cancel your your phone plan before your phone is done, you either pay the balance or get fucked. Like what's to stop you from doing that with the phone? I guess before we get into it, what this thing is
Yes.
is so you sign up for Xbox All Access. It is, if you want, say, an Xbox One, it is $21.99 per month over 24 months, 0% APR. At the end of that 24 months, you then own your console. During that time, you also have... So it's an Xbox console, it's Xbox Gold, and it's Xbox Game Pass. It's all included in that fee.
I thought this was a good deal before I knew Game Pass was included.
Mm-hmm. $3 a month.
Yeah.
3 extra bones a month, baby.
Exactly.
All right, so let me ask the first question that's on everybody's mind.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of us actually know what APR means?
No, all I know is that it would cost me money.
Something about interest.
Annual.
It is something about interest.
Something about interest.
Yeah.
It's like buying a car with no interest. You know? It's no interest.
It's like...
No, I don't know.
It's
What is
like
it?
you are not charging me a monthly payment for the convenience of not paying you up front.
What does it literally stand for?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I
but
don't even know what it means.
It is no interest.
That might not be what it means.
That it. Look, can we get a fact check, please, on APR?
Fact check on APR.
Annual P rate.
Yes.
Could be.
Yes,
yeah.
mine is going up as I age.
Oh boy. So if you sign up for that Xbox One S one, in the long run, you actually save about $130, which is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
You're paying
That
over
seems
time.
that seems
It's fucked.
like a stupid business model.
It seems too good to be true.
It does seem too good.
But
to be true.
every single video game developer since the dawn of time, except for Nintendo, because Nintendo lives in the magical land of Japan, has taken a loss
Annual
on
percentage rate.
Annual percentage rate 0%.
It looked like Kevin was like reaching into his
I know.
back pocket to just like
Well, no, I was
whip
gonna pull
out
out
a dueling
I was
glove
gonna
or something.
pull out my phone because it didn't look like Bryce looked
I
it
did,
up.
but it was real quick. Exactly what I thought it was.
I thought they were about to fight.
Fuck you up, man.
Like, I'm going to give you the money right now to go make this happen.
So can
It seems
and
to...
I'm sure this isn't true, but can I pay up front?
No, so you can just go buy a console if you want. So sorry,
but
to answer your question, why would they do this? Every console developer takes a loss and always takes a loss on hardware, all the way to the end, except for Nintendo. Nintendo is amazing and magical, and they don't take a loss somehow. The idea is get you on the system, because where they make their money is in the games. Get you in there. Once you got the console, once you got the gold, once you got the Game Pass, you're in that economy. You are buying Xbox
They're
games.
just trying to make it as convenient as humanly possible
They
to
just
make
want
sure
you on
that
that
you
gold
have
for
a
the
fucking...
entire
100%. And they're behind Sony right now.
And then-
so it makes a lot of sense.
When you're done paying for that, you still have to pay for your monthly subscription to Game Pass and your annual
Well,
subscription.
no, you just immediately cancel.
If you wanted to.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, you. So that's a good point. I don't know what happens once the contract is up. Could you just be really stupid and keep it at $21.99 a month, even though you could cancel and
Probably.
get that for free?
I think probably, I don't know, how much is gold per month?
$15
Yeah,
American, 20
I think
Canada,
it
or whatever.
works out
And this is the only thing that makes sense to me. It probably, as soon as your contract is up, it defaults down back to regular plan.
I bet it wouldn't.
Well, we're
Just-
thinking Canadian Telecom. Like everywhere else in the world, it'd probably go down.
Yeah, maybe. That's a very good point. Is
Yeah.
I am drawing comparisons to Canadian telephone companies.
Yeah.
As
What
soon as
is-
your contract is up, your price goes up.
But what
Fuck you.
what is the monthly on Game Pass right now?
I see a thing that says $3 a month, but that might only
No,
be
I think that's
introductory.
I think it's over 10.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
I'm
what
not
is-
So I
sure
think
then.
if you took, I think it is supposed to be comparable if you take Game Pass and combine it with like a 12th of a annual gold membership.
So gold is like PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
What's
no,
Game Pass?
Gold is like, I guess gold is like PlayStation.
Gold
Plus,
is
yeah.
Gold is like play multiplayer and get the free games every month. Game
Yeah.
Pass
Yeah.
is their Netflix of games.
Oh,
Here's
Yeah.
our available selection right now. It's supposed
It's the
to be
PlayStation Now of
This
Xbox.
is
except it's not streaming.
an unbelievably good deal.
Yes,
Yeah,
this
totally.
is only good for consumers. It is insane. It is a limited time thing. It doesn't last forever. Shit, I didn't pull the date. I think that like end of the year or something might be when it's up.
So where do I go to get this?
Online. You have to sign up for this online.
I think you have to go to the Microsoft Store.
That might also totally be the case.
Yeah.
That is the case. Never mind, because
Yes.
I know it's something fucking crazy of like you can't just do what you would
Because
think.
they're going to do a credit check on you.
Yeah. And again, check the Microsoft website, because these are American prices. This won't be the same everywhere. Is it available everywhere? Probably not. Credit checks, yes, no.
Like seriously, I could buy this and then immediately flip the console for $50 less than MSRP and pocket $70 every time I do it.
Totally. 100%. If you think you could flip that console, then
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because that console at that point would be
Absolutely.
owned for 2 years, right?
No,
I guess you can flip it as soon as you get it.
I would
you
flip
keep
it as soon
paying,
as I
yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
could do it.
Yeah,
That's fucked, man.
I-
That is fucked.
There's I don't have obviously all the nitty gritty look into it, but it is a kind of objectively good thing for us.
And I bet you, even if you did that, Phil Spencer would be sitting on his chair being like, yes, fucking Kevin,
Yeah.
get an Xbox into every hand you can.
Just
you make all the money you want if you can get an Xbox in every house.
You want to hustle for us? You hustle for us.
watching him through a camera.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Spencer, do you want us to stop this illegal resell? No.
No.
Let it happen.
I'll be standing outside of Best Buy with sealed Xboxes in the back of my trunk. Just be like, yo, $50 cheaper than inside.
Free Xbox sign. The Battlefield 5.
Oh, I have a comment on that last story.
Okay.
Do you think if this goes as well as if this is a booming success for them, they would consider launching the new console with this program?
No way.
I don't know.
Not the same numbers. Obviously,
Yeah.
it would be more monthly.
Yeah.
But if their plan is like, what if instead of asking for $500 up front plus a game plus a controller or whatever they want to buy plus the annual pass, what if we just said, hey, give us like $45-$55 a month?
For 10 years.
That would only be for probably 2 years.
If the value starts to swing in favor of Microsoft, I could totally see it.
Yeah.
If it's like, oh, you buy in, but you pay 10%
But
more.
like you said, they're taking a loss on the hardware anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
What if they were just like,
true.
hey, everyone fucking take these things and start spending money on them. We'll get your money over 2 years.
It would be it would be fascinating.
Yes.
I have no idea because
As a man who I'm lucky enough to be able to, when the Xbox comes out, I will be able to pay for it up front. That is a position I have only recently come into in my life.
It's a lot of
and
money.
any position before that, I would, if this would have come out, I would have been like, oh, I could totally do 50. That's like, instead of eating out 3 days
Yeah.
a month, I will own an Xbox from day one with an annual pass and Game Pass.
I could totally see them. Like, this is clearly some kind of a trial run.
Yeah.
The reason this is so
I thought you were
limited
going to say
is-
trap, and
No,
I was
no,
going to
no.
agree with that too.
Nope. But they're on a back foot right now, right? They're behind Sony in the console sales.
Mm-hmm.
We are pretty late in the console life cycle. So I wonder if the mentality is like, well, for the most part, anyone who's bought one of these is going to buy one at the current deal we have. We need to do something to move more. If you launch a brand new console, that's when people are going to be buying it. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know.
Like my brain is like gears are turning right now. I'm trying to figure out why I wouldn't buy this.
If you want an Xbox, you should.
There's
You
no
100% should.
reason not to buy it if you
I mean,
actually
I
want
don't
an Xbox.
know if I want an Xbox, but I mean,
It is only.
I like good deals.
Yeah, it is.
the just the money per month, when you think of how little, and it is not little for everybody, but how little this amount per month sounds like, you're just like, oh, fine, you're just gonna give me an Xbox, and it's just like $30 I don't have for the next 2 years. Whatever, I probably won't notice it's not there.
It's like when I paid for Xbox Gold for 2 years after I stopped using my Xbox.
Totally. I still forget to cancel my Amazon Prime every year when I get it, and I'm like, well, I might as well use it for another year before I cancel it.
I have a lot of questions about this going forward.
Yeah, definitely something that we should keep an eye on and see.
Yeah.
Doesn't say it comes with controller. That's where they get you.
Oh, those fuckers.
Controllers are fucking $80.
I almost want to go and get an Xbox One X on this deal.
That's $34.99. It's not that much.
Hold on. What's the difference?
An S is kind of the half step. Well,
and then
I get the S is like
The 0.1 step.
step,
It's got a
and then
faster
the
hard
X is a
drive.
half
the X
step.
is the good one.
Yeah.
The X is like the Pro, or the S is like the Pro.
I think the S is like the Pro, and the
Nah.
X is so the Pro is probably higher than an S,
Yeah.
but the X is higher than a Pro.
That's
Okay.
right. If
Yeah.
you were to rank them all, it would go Xbox One, then the S. Well, Xbox One and PS4 obviously together.
Yeah.
Then the S, then the Pro, then the Xbox One.
Okay.
X. Pardon
Got
me.
it.
Yes.
That naming convention.
But I was like, I just have an extra. This 2 years at $35, I get the best Xbox on the market right now.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right now.
Does Xbox have any exclusives? Like, is there any reason to do this?
No,
Okay.
they don't.
Pass.
They really don't.
Pass.
They don't.
Never mind.
Yeah.
That is the weakest part
I've talked myself out
of
of
their
it.
game right now.
If they
is
did, people would be buying their Xboxes and they wouldn't have to do this.
They're very behind on the games right now. Battlefield 5. Battlefield V is a video game. The beta is out right now. I played a little bit this morning.
Uh-huh.
The stuff they're showing convinced me not to buy that game in the
Oh,
way
good.
that not in the way that
A
it's
good
broken,
beta.
not in the way that it's broken or that nothing's working. I loaded that game up and played a match. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, this feels great. And then had a second of like, oh, did I accidentally launch Battlefield 1 and just have not been paying attention? Hang on, like had to do a real like. I need to look at this for a good 4 minutes and be like, oh no, the revives are different. I am playing the new Battlefield.
Yeah.
Okay, this is slightly different, but so similar that.
Are
And
you talking like more in a visual quality perspective, or just
they-
that the game is thematically
both.
similar? Yeah, both.
thematically very, very similar.
Yeah.
World War I to World War II, yes, the guns are different. Yes, the vehicles are obviously very different, and everything is extremely different. But to me, Matt Eads, not a war historian, if you give me a World War I machine gun and then a World War II machine gun, I don't know. They're both kind
I'll
of
fucking
both
juggle 'em.
the same. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll kill whoever with whatever.
Yeah.
And the stuff they're showing in the beta,
Fucking Wolfenstein.
I know.
It's a great game.
My pregnant wife ripped her flaming shirt off. The stuff they're showing in the beta is like they're not. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, but none of the new squad stuff is in there. None of the new modes are in there. The battle royale's not in there. Like they're just showing the core basic Battlefield. But I really talked myself into like I should just play more Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1's fucking awesome. I don't need to do the beaches of Normandy for a 9,000th time in video games.
I'm not gonna get Battlefield.
No,
It's less surprising for me as someone who never gets Battlefield. But
that's true. I'll probably get it on PC.
I might get Call of Duty.
I like Battlefield. I'm gonna wait and see.
I'm
on
not
that
getting
one.
either until I hear a lot more about both.
Yeah, that's for the first time in a very long time.
I'm not getting a November shooter.
I too am
which
not
is
getting a November shooter.
An October shooter for some of them this year, but
gonna-
those games,
It's
I'm
gonna
not
feel,
getting
it's
either
gonna
of those
feel wrong.
games.
It's gonna feel wrong. The beta's out. They released a bunch of battle royale details. It's called Firestorm. This is kind of interesting. It's 64 players. It's broken up into squads of 4. So 16 squads of 4 go into this battle royale mode. It has objectives, which will be similar to the conquest modes. Things like capture the point. Things like blow up this spot. Things like do whatever. And those will unlock vehicles and weapons and rewards. And so that sounds maybe a little, I don't know.
That doesn't sound like battle. You said this is battle royale,
This is Battle Royale. Yep, 64 players all spawn on the map. It's
which
a,
is
it's a ring
about
of
the
fire.
number I guessed.
Yeah, ring of fire. It's closing in, but it's in teams of 4, really. So I mean, you can almost think of it like there are 16 players, and I am one of the 16. My squad is one of the 16. No respawning and obviously all that shit.
And they're not doing
Ring
like
of
you
Fire
can't
gets
do
tighter.
64 single people.
Not
guess that would be
not from
hell
what
on
they've
the
shown.
servers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, but you could. I don't know.
You could
play
totally-
online with 3 other people. It shouldn't be a server thing.
So Battlefield is like they do have deathmatch stuff. So you. I
don't
can
know.
see a world where somebody's like, I got my own. It's proper battle royale or whatever, and maybe all these modes are in there. I just got what they said on the page.
Off the presses.
Yeah, Kevin, I know you love The Witcher. It's one of your favorite series.
Yeah, actually, I can get behind. I like Witcher 3.
It's very good.
He's a sarcastic delivery
It's very good.
with a very true and
No.
earnest yes.
He's like $500 of The Witcher.
Okay.
I know the man loves The
Yeah,
Witcher.
it sounded like I know you
Well,
love The Witcher.
I put like 125 hours into The Witcher and then 375 hours into Gwent.
Nice. Yeah. The real Witcher.
Yo boy, Henry Cavill has apparently been confirmed as Witcher Geralt in Netflix's Witcher series they're making.
They're just making them into everything.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I know.
Man on the scene.
Tell me
Keep
about
on.
him, Kevin Byer. What do you think?
I mean, from a Netflix standpoint, when you have all the money in the world, you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah, but why wouldn't... I don't know.
I feel like that is, and I'm very happy to be wrong about this. Also, I might not watch this.
Oh, I'll watch it.
I feel like this is
gonna be
a
titties.
terrible miscasting.
Yeah.
As a man who has watched him in 2 films and have decided what I want him to be in all films, he's not Geralt.
Maybe he's the only big name actor they could get who agreed to full frontal male nudity.
Yeah.
Because-
Oh, yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he shown
Has
his...
to show his dong.
Has he shown his dong before?
I don't know. I don't
Mr.
think
Cavill?
so.
No, well, I can't say
You
that.
think prop dong or...
Yeah.
Superman,
lot of
Superman.
guys.
We don't even know if Superman has a dong.
No, it's true.
starters.
It's
Yeah,
true.
probably not.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
think so.
He's an alien.
Kryptonian, pardon me. Yeah, I don't. As someone who's only seen Henry Cavill as Superman and only known Doug Cockle or whatever the guy's name who plays Geralt is, I think it might be Doug Cockle or Cuckle or something like that. Yeah, what the fuck? What? No, he's not Geralt. Geralt is like a brooding, ultra sarcastic, but still hilarious, very restrained man.
So there's also this weird thing where
Henry Cavill just has a
actors
mustache.
act,
Yeah,
That's the
I don't
thing.
know,
They like
but
change their.
That's-
Birdie on the
that's-
sarcasm's pretty easy. Like I could do that.
That's the benefit of the doubt that I just don't think I'm prepared to give this man.
that's kind of where I'm with you. Like, why doesn't he act well in Superman if he
Because
can
he's
act well?
handcuffed by a terrible movie.
Okay.
So, well,
okay,
here's the thing:
all
is
right.
he not acting well in Superman,
Or is he
is
acting
Superman
too
just the
well?
most? Is he just
That's
the most
Superman.
boring?
He's the worst.
He's actually
gotta be-
nailing
it's
the
gotta be
character.
That Superman is so boring.
He is,
and
but I don't
terrible.
know how you like act Superman. The guy from Smallville was a fucking real Superman
Oh
actor.
yeah, he's my Superman.
He tried.
That's my Witcher Geralt.
Um,
Do you think you said you might not watch this?
I might. I thought I was gonna watch Castlevania and I didn't. I'm so bitten on
You got
fucking
100
video
hours.
game.
He's got 100
shows.
hours of your time. I know. I understand. I completely understand the stigma.
Yeah.
It's terrible. There's a lot of bad ones.
100 hours of Castlevania.
That's
No.
not what I meant to say.
It's an hour and a half.
100
Yeah.
minutes
Okay.
of Castlevania.
Gotcha.
That's reasonable.
Because I'm like 20 minutes an episode times 5 episodes is 100 hours.
I was like, oh fuck, that thing got picked up.
That
It's
new
only
season's
4
coming
episodes
out.
also.
Is it?
on NBC.
Oh fuck! There you go. I love The Witcher, but like, what I don't think I need. I think right now I don't need a show. I'd love to be wrong.
You don't need a Witcher show.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. What are they just going to retell the stories from the books?
Yeah,
Like-
probably.
No, they'll do something.
Because those are
different.
kind of already in the game. So if they're doing their own stuff, maybe. But does that mean this is the same Geralt from the game in the books? Is this a different Geralt? Are these like different? Is this a reboot? Does Geralt actually hate nudity and doesn't sleep around at all?
No, it's Netflix. I don't know if you've seen any of the most recent Netflix original movies, but they all got dicks and they all got naked ladies.
Okay, I've seen a lot of dicks in I believe American. That's Amazon. Never mind. I see a lot of dicks. I see a lot of dicks.
As you do.
Yeah,
At least one a day.
at least one a day.
1D, all I can handle. Did you guys see Glow?
Yes.
I watched
oh
a little
my
bit of
God,
it.
I love that show.
Glow's fucking good,
Yes.
right? Yeah, good.
Well, it wasn't for me.
I crushed both seasons in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, me and Warren watched them like one when one came out and two when two came out, but it didn't take us very long to get through them.
Yeah.
When they came
And
out,
it's not just because Alison Brie is amazing.
yeah, she's really good. You see her boobs.
Yeah.
If you're
Once.
into that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Just in
never-
the first episode.
Yeah, but both of them.
Yeah. Well, you do see both.
If you're
I see, that's why I use
just
it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're into that. That's I watched like I don't know. I give it a good chance. I watched like after the wrestling started. I watched an episode of after they were wrestling.
Yeah.
And it was still just like, not really for me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
don't know.
It's fine.
I
That
lulled.
fucking
I lulled.
yeah. Next story, please.
There's a new Lord of the Rings game in the work. In the works. Set quote a long time before the movies.
So not Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, you're well. Yeah,
Yeah.
The
Universe.
I've been watching too much anime and can't remember the name of the simulacrum.
Yeah. Silmarillion.
Silmarillion. The Silmarillion. Yes. Silmarillion's a long time before the books. Maybe
That's
this
fair.
is the show, The Silmarillion.
That'd be cool.
For the game of the Sil.
I watched a YouTube video of breaking down the Silmarillion in like 3 minutes, and holy Christ, that is the only way to understand what's going on in that shit.
It's being published by Athlon Games, brand new publishing label made by a Hong Kong chicken supplier, apparently. Currently untitled. The fine folks who brought us Warframe are involved. So, I don't know.
Oh damn.
Probably a new free-to-play MMO.
Warframe seemed okay.
Yeah, Warframe's still doing very, very... Warframe,
Yeah.
I think, is doing better than... I hear more now about Warframe than I ever have.
Good for them.
I think they really turned that thing around. But not a ton of info on it. Could be coming to PC and console. There's a show coming out. Amazon's making a Lord of the Rings show right now. It's very, very topical, very popular.
Everybody
all
loves
media in the
making
world.
TV shows about
Stuff you liked.
stuff that
Yes, it's
already makes
time.
money.
It's time. Reboot that series. The Hobbit soiled it. We need a clean break. But also give me back all my Lord of the Rings memes from 1, 2, and 3, and all the same actors, please.
Fuck, I love memes. I feel like I feel like I'm liking me. I'm on an inverse trajectory with memes, where as I get older, I like memes more.
I actually think that I'm on the same page.
Yeah.
I'm still not. I still haven't got into dabbing, but
Okay. Well, you'll get there.
Never.
I was at my parents' place on Sunday, I think, for supper.
Yeah.
And we were watching football, and one of the running backs got a touchdown and proceeded to dab.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a Fortnite dance.
No.
This Thursday?
No, it was on Sunday.
Oh, right. You just said, yeah.
Last week. And my parents were like, what did he just do? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I could explain it to you.
Where to start?
Or I could just dab on you, mom and dad.
Or I could just...
Check me out.
Yeah, no, I have no idea either.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to send him that fucking video of you dabbing in this very room.
Dabbing is something that when unironically done, it really makes me mad. But
Yes,
when
it's
ironically
true.
done with the right timing, I'm like, you're fucking all right.
I'm too exposed to memes now. No
Is that,
thanks.
yeah, maybe that. Like,
No
I
thanks.
have to seek them out.
It's true.
Like, there's a lot of memes in the morning when I'm done my shower.
And I mean, you know what? I'm a liar. I like memes because a lot
good meme.
of those prequel memes, a lot of that, like I love saying it's treason. Then
No.
that's a real fun
There's a lot
part
of
of that movie.
There's a lot of good Star Wars. The Colin Kaepernick meme. Have you been on board with that yet? Considering
not,
you didn't even
no.
know the black and white face, where it's like, so the actual Nike slogan is Colin Kaepernick's face. It's a black and white picture, and it says, "Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything."
Okay.
Which was an ode to him losing his career over
Yep.
doing the
Yep.
doing the kneeling. Turns out he's doing okay now because of the Nike deal, but now everyone is just taking that format of black and white face with believe in, like, and that it's the new meme where it's just like, there was one where it's like the stormtrooper head and it said shoot at something even if it means hitting nothing or something like that. Like, it's dumb bullshit like that, but it's fucking everywhere.
I love memes. No, wait, I hate memes. I hate memes. Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address. Well, you can send your memes there, or you can drop them on the subreddit, r/talkingreckless. You know who loves memes? Reddit loves memes.
Go on Reddit.
I
Always send me memes. If you're ever wondering if you should send me a meme,
send
me
them
the
a
meme.
Yeah. Better the meme not sent.
Yeah. than
Never
the half-peeled
loved it
pear.
all.
Yeah.
Half-field pear. Podcast, talkingreckless.com is the email address, or again, drop on the subreddit, r/talkingreckless. CJ wrote in and says, have you ever been hypnotized? If so, what did you do under the spell? I have no answer. I will say no, I've never been hypnotized, and I think I'd be one of those people because I don't believe it would work. I think it wouldn't work
Yes,
on
that's
me.
like
Yeah.
me too. I don't believe that it works on
I would love to
anyone.
try. If anyone out there is a hypnotist and thinks they can hypnotize me, and you're in Edmonton, we will get you in the studio. Let's fucking do this. I would love to be convinced.
Because there's like the hypnotizing, like the on stage watch between your eyes, trying to make you fucking dance around with no pants on.
Yeah,
Hypnotism.
exactly.
And then there's like the like subliminal tapes, like when you're sleeping, trying to get you to stop,
Mason.
trying to stop like smoking. You can get those like tapes that is just like, you don't like to smoke. Smoking is bad while you're sleeping. You can get those. That's kind of hypnotism.
I think he's referring to stage hypnotism.
stage hypnotism?
Yes.
Magician hypnotism.
Yeah.
I've known 3 separate people who have been hypnotized. 2 have worked. The first one was a friend of mine who I knew in elementary school. We went to you know how K-Days used to have those adult hypnotist shows?
Oh my.
Yes.
Steamy.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's you go to inside the pavilion and they have like the 18 plus hypnotized show kind of thing. It's not,
so you can show people your dick.
I mean, it's not all about showing people your dick. It's
Yeah.
just more like crude humor, sexual
Sure.
in nature kind of thing.
And you want to end with the dick.
yeah,
always.
you always
Yeah.
got to end.
Showstopper.
But
It's the last thing the hypnotist says. Show us your dick.
so one of my friends went up to that and got hypnotized.
Yeah.
Went through the whole show, showed off what his sex moves were and everything like that, and came back after the fact, and we were talking to him, and he's like, so that was a pretty shitty hypnotist show, right? Like it started and then it was over. Like he didn't remember anything that
fucked.
happened.
They must have taken him backstage and given him like $10K.
That's what I always think. They'd be like, "Yo, dog, $100 cash, $100 cash," and they snap it in front of your face.
You
They're
never
like,
say a fucking word. We'll always have people watching you from the second you walk out of here.
They show you like a behind-the-scenes wrestling tape, and they're like, "Yo, protect the business. Here's $100," and that away you go.
The other person who I know who it worked on was a guy I work with who a couple of you guys know, Justin.
My boy.
He got hypnotized at one of our work Christmas parties, and it was much more of a family-friendly kind of show, so he was just dancing around like an idiot for basically 45 minutes. But it worked on him perfectly. He actually remembered most of it. He didn't remember everything, but he remembered most of what happened to him. And the third time was at Stage 13.
Okay.
They had like a side hypnotized show that you could
festival?
go to. Yeah.
No.
And a friend of mine's wife went up to do it. And she actually was faking it for most of the first half of the show.
Women, am I right?
But as soon as
Swish.
the guy beside her was actually like really, really hypnotized, and he was out cold, and he was like leaning onto her shoulder, and she got uncomfortable, and all of a sudden she just got up and bolted off the sage. And we asked her about it afterwards, and she's like, "No, I was faking it because I wanted to have fun, but then that guy started touching me and I just left."
You ruined the show. She was dead within a week.
Yeah, exactly.
I just can't believe. I want to believe, but like you, everyone who I've only known people who've been hypnotized, and they're all of them to a T. Very like, I believe this would work.
You have to believe it'll work. You have to have the inkling in your head that this is something that's possible.
I think it could, like, I am totally open to it. I believe it's possible given the right. I think it's like some kind of a weird, like, it's like we can take chemicals into our body that alter our brain chemistry. I bet there's a certain way we can take sounds and sights into our body that will kind of fuck with your brain chemistry. I bet it totally exists. Every single person I know who've ever done it is like, put their crystal back on afterwards. You know what I mean? It's just like, you're that type of...
I totally believe that I could be hypnotized because, especially when I was in school, university to be specific, I would get like so zoned out that I would try to focus on things and I couldn't focus and have to like jolt myself awake. Like I would be awake and hearing everything that was happening and be able to somewhat regurgitate the information the teacher was telling me. But I would be completely out of it mentally, and when I would like catch myself being out of it and like, oh shit, I've just been zoning out, staring at nothing for the last 20 minutes, and then I like shake myself awake, kind of thing. Like still awake, but not awake.
Teacher caught you looking through your third eye.
Yeah,
That's right.
Oh.
In the spirit realm.
Devin wrote in, says, how is everyone?
Good.
Yeah,
right.
great. He says, how is everyone? Y'all say great. He says, I mean, like when it comes to real things like rent and
I
food.
don't know about that.
He says, I just now got to a point in my life where I'm not living paycheck to paycheck anymore, and I'm feeling great on it. I'm mostly wondering if you guys were ever caught in a state like that for too long, even if everything was fine because parents were there to help out until you properly took off. I just like hearing about you guys' histories, and I want to ask a question provoking some more memories similar to the one with the two queen-size beds a foot apart from each other. He signs it, I drink Fireball warm. That's how you know that's how you know Devin is a crazy person.
Stone cold badass.
I'm very fortunate and have never, even now, have never had to live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, it's funny timing that we were just talking about this over the Xbox thing, but I will say I never lived paycheck to paycheck. Whenever I was in a situation where I didn't have a lot of my own money, it was in a situation where I lived with my parents, and I was like, well, I'm just going to not, you're going to have to buy all my meals for a little bit, and then things will be fine after that.
Just pretend like when I was 10.
Yeah, exactly. Even though I'm 21.
When I first moved out, when I was still working at the casino, I very much lived paycheck to paycheck. And not only lived paycheck to paycheck, but lived in the overdraft that my bank gave me.
That's scary.
yeah.
So
I never want to feel that.
That's drinking warm Fireball.
We gotta start using that.
Yeah, there were moments where it was like, and it was good for us because I had two roommates, so rent was cheap, food was cheap. We mostly had people over at our house, so we didn't go out a lot. Actually, that's not true. We went to White Ave because White Ave is like the party district in Edmonton.
Party Street, yeah.
And we lived 4 blocks walking distance from like deep White Ave.
Fuck, that'd be an expensive place to live.
So yeah, it was basically, and this was like the year that I stopped going to university and eventually dropped out. So it was, okay, I could go to school or I could go to the bar for 4 hours. And guess which one won every night? But yeah, so I lived paycheck to paycheck for, God, I want to say like 2 years. And after the first time that I got out of overdraft was like the moment where I realized that this is not how I want to live my life.
Right.
And now I'm at the point where like I could take, I don't want to say a lot of time off work and not ever have to worry about money, but
You have some savings now.
yes.
You know, if something happened, if you broke your leg and couldn't work for 6 months, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
No.
Some coins in the old war chest.
Yeah.
It's just a function of age, too, I think. Eventually, like, I mean, the idea is as you get more skilled, your jobs pay more and you save more, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And, Bryce, what about you? Do you have anything to...
No.
You want to contribute to this, Mr. Paycheck to Paycheck?
No, I'm not paid to paycheck. I've never had to do that.
It's, I
was born into money.
Yes.
Yes.
Very
this
well
is
to do.
nice. The Zinnick family fortune.
Old money.
It's weird. It's so weird to talk about doing the streaming thing, especially. But like even now, even doing the streaming thing where I'm making no money for a year, say, I've got some savings. I've got some savings I got to put aside. And honestly, if this goes terribly and nothing works and I make $0 and I'm completely broke, my parents would love to have me move back in.
Yeah.
But I'm not the only 30-year-old to have to move back in with their parents.
No.
Listen, if
no
that's the
one
price
said
of
you
chasing
were.
the dream, I'd pay it twice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My brother didn't move out till he was 32.
Yeah.
I've told my parents on multiple occasions if I ever get into a situation where I ask to move back, I ask them to please say no.
Yeah. Greet me at the door with a pistol.
rather live on the street.
No, fuck that. That'd be all good. That'd be all good. Especially, I don't know if I want to say this. Maybe we'll talk about this after October 17th. But it really cleared the air with my parents and I had a good talk. Really cleared the air. They learned some things about me. I learned some things about them.
Oh, those are the best talks.
Yep.
Yeah.
We all came out the better for it.
Yeah.
I would move back in a second. Fucking whatever.
I don't know. It's a mental thing for me. It's like it kind of like I don't want to say this to people who live with their
I
parents.
just want to jerk off really loud whenever the fuck I want, and it's hard to do that with you here, Mom. Yeah, exactly. I'm really.
or easier.
Oh, okay.
It's because his parents are swingers. Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address. You can write in on the. You can also write it on the subreddit. It's, please join us on the show. That's all I have to say. Everybody, thank you very much. Bryce,
Thank you.
you're the first on the thanks block.
Nice.
Thank
Moving
you,
up.
sir.
Yeah.
Kevin Byer, longest reigning undisputed champion of all time.
Woo-woo.
Thanks for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you.
Brandon Lynch,
End of the show. Whip out your dick.
2 weeks in a row. There it is on the table. I'm going to run that joke again. And you at home, thanks so much for joining us. We're going to be back here, right here, in 7 days. It's going to be the 242nd edition of the Talking Reckless podcast. We'll see you then. That camera's really low.
Yeah.
Because it kept falling off.
Yeah.
I'll have to remember to fix that for next week.
New
And
duct
probably
tape.
forget it.
It's just because every time I take it upstairs, I gotta take it off the tape.
Duct
right?
tape it,
So
yeah. No, we gotta.
we just
I
need
mean, the
to-
real answer is get another camera eventually, but
the real answer is just fucking put some Velcro on both sides of it, so we don't have to bullshit that.
I think I
bullshit.
even have more of those little Velcro things.
Yeah, like that's the answer.
Way easier.
All right,
That is the answer.
Remind me that's the answer next week. Hey, Ribbon. Thanks for joining us again, my brother. Ribbon Cloak. What?
I'm the only one who's ever lived paycheck to paycheck. Are you guys fucking kidding me?
Yeah, like
Haven't
there-
you ever
Yeah.
made bad decisions in your goddamn life?
there
No,
was-
I'm a
I'm not
big nerd.
like I'm not
much.
gonna say that I didn't like spend way too much money on one paycheck way too quick and then be like, well, I'm broke for the next 13 days.
Yeah,
But like,
I never did that. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna live my life how I live my life.
yeah, like No, I never think, like, I've been in overdraft a couple times, normally when I, like, forget to get Warren's rent money. And then they take all my money and they're like, oh, you're $500 in the red. And I'm like, hi, you're going to let me do that? Yeah, we don't give a shit. Yeah, no, the closest I ever came to, like, worrying about it was when I moved out when I was still
Axel?
part-time at CTV.
Yeah.